You guys are awesome. Thank you for your patience. Recap. What has been going on in this story? Well, the rats have been trying to secure a mote of shadow to stop a scourge in the city of Brass, which is in the confluence of elemental planes. In order to do that, they traveled all through the confluence of elemental planes, ultimately found the mote of shadow not in the confluence of elemental planes, but in the Shadowfell, which kind of makes sense. And before they could get back to the city of Brass, they ultimately were conscripted, so to speak, by they and Scarlet, a group of red dragons, who sent them to release the second seal on the plane of water. Was an excellent seal impression. They went to Hecate's Fathom, where the said seal exists, released it. In so doing, there was a guardian, an ice dragon guardian, that seemed to be possessed. And they fought, did battle with, defeated, but were ultimately, through the failsafe of the seal, were sucked into the Feywild, along with the possessing spirit, which they soon learned was, in fact, an archfey entity known as the Pale Prince. In order to right their wrong, another archfey named Dimitri, who they'd met in the past, directed them to find Zybilna, the missing daughter of the Queen of the Summer Courts and the leader of the Court of Stars, which is the ruling court of the archfey, and seek her out they did, ultimately being led to the Witchlight Carnival and into the demi-plane within the Feywild known as Hither, Tither, and Yon, where they, through several puzzles and guardians, found themselves in the presence of the plane of Void Shadow, as opposed to Shadowfell, in which Shar makes her domain. And here they fought with the living Void over the soul of Zybilna. In that process, they freed 3 hags, part of the Hourglass Coven, which had made a deal with Shar, but that Shar had seemingly altered and finagled her way to get more of Zybilna than the hags had agreed to. And so the party ultimately overcame the ritual that was siphoning life force from the essence of Zybilna and set the Hourglass Coven free, who then transported them into a place of divination, a place of seeing into the time and space weave continuum, where they were allowed to ask 3 questions, one from the past, one from the present, and one of the future, and to ultimately be sent on their way. The question of the past, they asked about their friend Hugo, and learned that he was in some sort of pact with them, but and would not be able to travel with them, but would have the means to find the sword that he sought at sacrifice to himself. The question of the present, they asked of the... No, Storm was the future, right? The present...
Storm was the future, yeah.
Present was...
Prince? No.
I can't remember. My mind just went blank. Was Titania and Zybilna, and what to do with Zybilna. That was it. That would make sense. And the question of the future was what's going to happen with the storm? How can they stop it? And they were specifically told that they needed to return to the city of Brass and speak with the one in power, the Sultan, who would then, presumably, send them back to the Anarok where they could confront the storm. So they returned from the Hourglass Coven and were immediately taken to the Lake of Dreams, where the Court of Stars has their dwelling, and they found audience with Titania, the leader of the Court of Stars, the mother of Zybilna, where they returned the soul of her daughter, though didn't quite remember anything about the hags. Remembered 3 granny-type ladies who they had found and had helped them save the soul of Zybilna, but didn't know where her body was. And Titania ultimately agreed to assist them in returning to the Sultan, but warned them that the Pale Prince, the one whom they had inadvertently released, was going to be gunning for them, specifically gunning for Hashin, who learned that the entity who had been empowering him as a warlock for so long was in fact his father,
Papa.
who also somehow had the soul of his mother with him in his ring. And having a heartfelt moment with Mom and Dad, Hashin was, in a sense, reunited, but also, in a sense, given even greater motivation to finish off the Pale Prince and to secure the power of, well, whatever was preventing his mother from manifesting and kind of being present with his father and he. And so sent off to Everfall was the party, as they requested to be sent to a place they could buy some supplies on the border of the location of the return to the city of Brass. So you have been returned to Everfall, as the name implies, a place deep within the courts of Autumn's domain. It is on the border with the Wastes of Glass, which is where you were told the portal back to the city of Brass is and would be made manifest to you when you approach. However, the Wastes of Glass also are within the current influence of the Court of Winter, which has essentially taken it over, and to expect the interdiction of the Pale Prince as you go. And so you have appeared within Everfall, specifically next to a tavern. I can't remember what I named it off the top of my head at the end of last session, and I didn't go back and look.
I think we'll call it the Pumpkin Spice.
So we're going to call it the Fallen Leaves Tavern and Shop, which I think it was something along those lines. SHOPPE, to be clear.
Say that.
Yeah,
I like Pumpkin
yeah.
Spice.
Within Everfall. And there is a modest tavern here that is dressed in all kind of decor of cornucopia and festivals of harvest, which are often a part of fall celebrations. There are turkeys and other fowl that are in cages. Huh?
Offensive?
Yeah.
Oh,
That are in cages.
I forgot you're a bird person.
What the hell is this place?
Aunt Gilda? What are you doing here?
And Tilda.
As well as many just kind of bundles of different crops that have been brought in for harvest. The tavern doors are open, and you hear a sort of merry tune being played. The smell of sultry meats and other
meats is sultry.
Sultry.
I don't know if that's the right word.
No, they're sultry.
Look at that guy. Look at the buns on that one.
That thigh
Yeah, he
is
must work
very
out.
sultry.
Delicious meats that have a savory
We rolled a seduce.
There you go.
smell on the air.
That's probably right.
A sultry save.
Look at that sexy. That's a good-looking pork
Wait,
chop.
you're like, look at that sexy piece of meat, and the bartender's like, excuse me, and you're like, the steak.
Fine, I'll change my adjective selection. You jerks.
He just got.
The pack fell on the floor there.
Kale.
That's okay, as long as it stays there.
Okay, as
That's
long as
what
it's
good?
we should be
We're good
We
though?
heard? We're good?
Audio good?
We there?
The game quit.
Sultry meats. Write sultry meats in the chat if you can hear us.
Hashtag sultry meats. All right.
Good.
So we have all of those things going on, and you were told by Titania that there would also be a
Nice.
place to
There it is.
resupply. So the floor is yours.
Why is everyone wearing, like, Uggs here? It's pretty ridiculous, right?
It's not even that cold.
No, I know.
They're also wearing a lot of black vests. White long sleeve shirts.
Han Solo women everywhere. Okay. So, what can we get?
Is this an active tavern? Like people are here drinking? And...
Yeah, you hear it inside. You don't see anyone outside, though there are well-defined kind of cobblestone trail that leads to the front entrance. You've appeared right outside of a little gate, which is open, inside which you see the cages, and Ray, your half-giant companion, has kind of gone up to the cages, and she's like, "Oh, they're in cages," and she looks over at Cacophony a little bit. I'm
It's not
sorry.
right. It's not right. Is it racist of them to do that, or racist of Ray to assume that you would be offended?
Specious, do you mean?
Yeah, I guess. Well,
Specious.
Specious would be the better one.
Specious allegations.
How sultry are the birds?
Listen,
Sultry.
there are some amazing peacocks.
Would they be considered sultry poultry?
Tavern name. That's the tavern name now.
The sultry poultry.
Retcon, sultry poultry it is,
Yeah.
and shop.
And shop.
Did anyone?
Part strip club, part general store.
I'm gonna look around and see if anyone saw us appear out of nowhere.
Roll perception.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Cozy
15.
here, though, you know?
Doesn't look like there's anyone even out here, so doesn't seem that anyone would have seen you appear. Presumably, you would
13.
be
Don't give me any more.
you would be looked at as just another set of visitors
Okay.
on the stop.
Not it.
However, you do note that there is no one on the road.
That's odd.
And for a location like this, which seems a very well-worn path and does not look like a new raising, right? It's certainly seen its time here in the Feywild. And as you think and note, like, oh, that sound is... I don't really hear people. I just hear music. And I smell that savory...
Seductive.
Savory
reed sultry.
meat.
Poultry. Do we know where we are?
So you were told that you were
Everfall?
going to be sent to Everfall,
Okay.
to a place to be able to restock on supplies, as close as Titania could get you to the Wastes of Glass, which is where the portal to the City of Brass is.
And we're on a main strip here. Just a,
There are no other buildings per se.
Oh, just this.
There's just
Sultry?
this one here.
Poultry.
But there are, like, think of Narnia, where there's like that random lampstand. There's like those kind of along the
I
path,
just watched that movie.
Good movie.
along the cobblestone, magically alight. But and lighting here is kind of Twilight-esque, right? It is a little bit... So whereas the spring was a little bit more on the dawn-esque, where it wasn't full brightness, but more of like the dawning light, this is more in the twilight.
Yeah.
As
the
you
shadow, you might be
are,
able
of
to
course,
fly.
in
Yes.
the realm of autumn.
Okay.
Well, if we've heard that this figure that we pursue can possess people, it would be good if there were a few different components that I could find in a shop here.
Yeah, what do you need for that?
Well, holy water always does the trick. If they don't have that, powdered silver and iron might be
You can
hard
make
to
holy
find in
water.
Feywild.
Could this be anything like I read the
Ceremony.
book once,
Or diamond
like
dust.
Jason and the Argonauts, where they like plug their ears.
Yeah,
And prevent being possessed that way.
Would that work?
It doesn't seem to work
Yeah.
too well for anybody else who's been possessed so far from him that we've
Alright.
seen.
I mean, it's never happened to me, so get them
So-
aware of it.
Manny would like to walk over to Celine and put his hand on her back where he saw a vision of the wound, and just kind of he'll cover his.
She
action-
immediately winces.
Okay.
Do you need something?
If
you
you-
were talking about shopping and you just came over and put your hand on it.
Sultry Poultry
so
gets me in the mood.
As he does that, he says, "I have 120 gold and 100 silver that you can have. I don't need it. I don't need to buy anything, and I can bless water with ceremony.
Ooh.
Does blessing water make it holy water,
Does.
or just
It
blessed?
does.
It becomes holy."
Oh, so we just need
With
water.
the ceremony spell.
Oh,
Yes, I have prepared.
like any type of water? Chlorinated, pond scum, spit.
As long as there's
presumably.
enough spit.
It would
It has
become
to be a
spitty
certain
holy
amount.
water after, but
But could
still
you
holy.
imagine? Could
It
you
might
bless-
be beneficial to have viscous holy water.
Yeah, can you bless me? And I can, I can go spit. Like I get some distance, you know.
If we can fit him in a vial.
Can you gleek? Can you gleek?
Oh yeah.
You know that.
My goodness.
All right.
All right. No, that's good to know. So like any water, we can just get water. That's
I have a
cheap.
canteen.
Yeah. Can we
Think?
get two? Like maybe two people have it?
Fit her up.
All of us.
How much holy water would stop someone from being possessed?
Well, it's
A
not
drop.
necessarily the holy water itself, it's the holy water as part of the component of the spell.
Ooh, a vial of it?
Does that
It doesn't even say how much. It doesn't say how much. It
doesn't.
just says holy water. So a sprinkling.
She's got
A mist.
droppers.
does that mean that you are the only one that can actually use it?
I will say that a vial would be 3 castings of the spell.
I can give you
One
4.
vial.
4 vials?
I have 4 slots.
Yes!
If you want to use all of your spells,
Oh, I have 3rd level slots now. This is just a single
Mister.
level of
Never heard
slotting.
Kelly sound that sassy before.
by all means.
So we just need
Water.
powdered silver and iron.
Powdered,
Then.
well, it's holy water or
Oh.
powdered silver and
All
iron.
right. So we're
Oh.
good.
And then I really would like to have some more diamond dust and a diamond.
All right. Give me your vials.
Here's 2 canteens.
We'll
I'm
find
gonna go
that
into the
here.
barkeep and be like,
So
I'm
that's
parched.
6.
I need water.
6 vials.
I'm assuming we have.
We did. That's the equivalent of 2 vials, right? 2 castings, you said. All right, so 6 uses of those.
Nice.
All right. Fine. What else we need? Healing potions wouldn't be bad.
I looked at all of your sheets, and I didn't see anyone who had any healing potions.
I have no healing
So-
potions.
Yeah.
No.
yes.
I think someone had 1. I think there was 1 healing potion in one of your.
Oh, I have a
sheets.
potion of greater healing. I haven't
Yep.
had to use that yet.
Remember, I mean, we're in the winter court here, so I'm not sure how honest or upfront everyone's gonna be. So if we could get, when I was out of it a little bit in the last conversation we had with those lovely ladies,
From the senior home.
you did very well speaking to these people, and so perhaps you did too as well, Hashim. So actually you did as well. You not
He's
so
so
much.
surprised, ticking us off down the list.
But we should-
Actually, you did well.
I'm not sure how straightforward the tavern keeper will be with an outsider in the winter court.
You need me to lie?
Well, you may be the speaker that would help us because you have
Fey blood.
connections here.
He points to his ears.
Unless that's a negative thing. Anyway, one of you three, I think, should be
Well,
the
apparently I'm a
talkers.
warlock now,
Thanks.
so deception is probably
We'll
something
stand
I'm
in the
good
back.
at.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can't any of us do disguise self? I thought one of us could.
You have charisma too.
Oh, I can
I'm just
change
gonna stay out of this.
my
You all
look.
talk.
I haven't done that in a while. I forgot about that.
Then change your look to be a Fey, a winter, whatever the person.
not winter.
Autumn
We
Fey.
want the
Autumn
autumn.
Fey.
Why
autumn
would you
Fey.
change from
Can I do that? Where
a
does that
sultry
go?
poultry into something else as we're walking into the
I think
sultry
I can-
poultry bar?
To be fair, they might try to put her in a cage.
That's true.
What if we lied to them? We're like, we'll trade you this succulent chicken.
Oh my goodness. This is
Deal.
getting worse.
Deal.
I don't know where it is, but I think I can change.
In my defense, sultry can also refer to a kind of
Yeah, dig yourself out of a hole.
heavy,
then.
humid, aromatic type of
okay.
of a thing. So you can have a sultry summer night, for example.
Yeah,
Yes, you
because you know
can.
why?
I like the
there's a
path we
man and
went
a
down.
woman
It was
involved.
fun.
It was fun, but I wasn't completely off base with my adjectival
no.
use.
You know, I probably heard it used that way or written that way and never thought of it that way. and
Because it's
just like,
only
oh.
ever used with sex in mind.
Poor Matt's been sitting on his defense of that for the last 7 minutes, waiting for us to shut
Just
up.
like when we blew backs out. I didn't mean it sexually. Or when I used sloppy seconds that one time.
Years ago. Never be forgotten.
That's so good.
That was
Okay.
hilarious.
Oh, that was
Sheen starts coughing up blood.
It's the pumpkin spice!
Is the blood sultry?
So what am I changing myself into?
Probably a fae that
Quarter
looks
fall?
like an autumn
Yeah.
fae.
Okay.
Dan. what
I
happened?
feel like I need to be a little more descriptive, but I don't.
So that's what you look like as not the bird person.
Would I have seen someone that I could just imitate?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll do that.
Cool.
Now what?
Maybe
Didn't think we'd get this far.
maybe me and
And
you
so
going
all of a
to
sudden,
look for-
cacophony
You didn't make any clothes for yourself.
turns into
Weird.
That's true. I don't know how close. I think I'll never
Cacophony
become like an
turns into
alligator
this-
or something.
fair-skinned, kind of half-elvish woman with kind of brownish hair that ombres down to a blonde, slight curls, sharp features, kind of attractive, but in a way that's not
Too sultry.
I knew you were gonna say it.
that's not flaunting it, right? And she has a kind of a demure kind of posture to her where she is just seeking to kind of blend in and be a part of the party, but she's also very kind of confident, like, I'm here, I belong here, I know what I'm doing. Her hood that she has, which she always has a hood, rather than it being kind of the dark blue, royal purple, almost blackish, shadowy cloak that she wears, it goes to more of a auburn, fall-esque type of reddish brown. And her clothing is kind of a greenish brown motif, very much in keeping with the surrounding autumn colors. And so she kind of blends right in as she moves forward.
You want to go in and we'll talk?
Sure.
I can provide backup, just help. What do we need? We have holy water now.
We
Diamonds?
just need.
And it doesn't need to be a... How much is it?
300.
It doesn't need to be a soul diamond worth 300. You
Or
can get a
300
collection,
gold dust.
yeah, worth of them. And that, and preferably some more diamond dust as well.
And healing potions.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Why don't you guys check why there's nobody outside? Like, nobody.
All right, we'll go do that.
It's kind of weird, right?
I'll stay outside and watch.
I'd like to look in the window of this place and just see.
Mm.
Knowing that there's no one outside, what do we see inside before actually going inside? If there's windows.
Good question. Go ahead and roll your perception check.
Beholder.
Can I give you that
The Pale
120
Prince.
gold?
120.
And 100 silver.
If they're going to purchase, I would route it right to
Oh,
them.
give it to them.
Will you give me silver?
All right, you see
Oh, yeah, okay, good.
in one corner a female who she's an elf, autumn elf, sitting and just kind of playing a melody. And you recognize with your ears and now with your eyes that she is the source of the music that is being heard.
Got it. Okay.
You see a male who is another elf. You think probably summer. Hard to tell per se, although the from what you've seen at the Goblin Market, you think that this would be more of a summer court motif, who is going around and kind of just wiping tables down and kind of generally tidying up, and seems to be serving. There are a couple of 3 tables with folks. One of them has a dwarf, who is just kind of drinking some ale and has some meats that are placed about. Looks to be a stuffed turkey that he's just kind of munching on one of the legs, as well as just downing some of his ale. At another table, there is you stop and you kind of look, because it's not a race that you immediately recognize, but it looks to be someone who, oh no, this must be a Herringon, like Greer. Large kind of ears poking up, and clothing that kind of fits snugly, and he looks very fit, and he's there just kind of eating a salad.
One leaf at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
You could be drinking whole if you
Gnawing
wanted
on
to.
a carrot. And he has a bow kind of strapped across his back, and several daggers kind of in a hilt. And he's kind of, as he's eating, he just kind of almost anxiously looking around, in particular at the door. He seems to be eating quickly.
I want to talk to that guy.
And there is at a third table what looks to be 2 elderly gnomes that are there, and there is a kind of a very full table in front of them. They're both a little portly, and just kind of laughing and talking, and you don't know what they're talking about, but they are they seem to be looking to a third seat, which is empty, but kind of like talking and almost pausing and listening and talking as if there is someone there, but there's not. And then behind the bar, there is another gnome who is dressed very finely, like 3-piece suit, slicked back hair, and has a look of magical quality to them, and is also it's strange, like they're clearly a gnome, but their body is above the bar. So it's like they must be standing on some sort of a ladder or
Right.
Magic carpet.
something to prop them up.
Stilts.
Stilts, yes, but you can't
love
see
that.
behind the
Definitely,
bar. And so those are the individuals who you see inside. There are many more tables that are all empty,
Right.
and it seems that this establishment can handle many more.
So
but
it seems
they're
like it's just a slow time of day.
yeah, definitely a slow
Slow time
time
of
But
year.
there's also not a lot of people out and about too.
Right. So it's just kind of.
Something's weird about that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's get in there.
All right.
You wanna I wanna go talk to that rabbit dude.
How do you initiate that conversation?
I'm gonna get a drink and sit down and talk to him.
You initiate that conversation. You just don't walk up to somebody and start talking.
I got this. Don't worry. I have carrots
right.
in my back pocket.
Oh gosh, we're not gonna get it.
Heirloom. Don't worry. He'll go for it.
Ooh, the purple kind.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll walk in.
Are they like those saloon doors that will like turn in both ways, like Wild West?
It is a. They're sliding doors actually,
Whoa.
and so they have kind of pocket sliding doors. They're retracted into the walls presently.
Did you open those, or did you just stand here and they opened?
They've been open.
I take it back.
Yep.
Let's walk in.
They've been open. Step one: how do we get through the doors?
All right. Oh boy. Oh, long travel. Could use a drink, you know. What do you say, love?
Yeah, let's get a drink.
Okay. Let's mosey on up to the bar.
You guys are quite the couple.
All right. Barkeep. I don't want to call you that. What is your name, sir?
Oh, hello. Welcome to my establishment.
It smells very sultry in here.
It does, doesn't it? Exactly how I describe my establishment all the time. It is quite sultry.
Yes. So, what do you think's a good beverage for some wary travelers on the road?
Oh, I would certainly go with the mead.
I'll have one.
Right.
Dear?
Same.
Okay, we'll have two.
Excellent. My name, by the way, is
Say it.
Timotei.
Say it.
Ian.
no, it is Keelil.
Keelil?
Keelil, yes.
Keelil. Okay. Keelil. Do you guys sell other things other than drinks here? Like, say, I don't know, potions or components to spells or something like that?
Well, of course I do. You come closer and you see that he is just floating there.
Oh.
I am
Are
a
we outside still?
practitioner of the arcane arts myself, a bit of a dabbler in the artificing realms, and so I have some, well, components. You are practitioners in the arts of the arcane?
Well, I mean, you know,
No, we can.
she can cast a spell. I'm just
I dabble.
I'm a humble archer. I'm just a hunter-gatherer type.
What does
Oh,
that?
you rolled.
Yeah.
How?
Indeed, he kind of looks you up and down. Are you with the rest of these folks over here?
We're not in.
You mean
Yeah,
the
we're
ones that
outside.
just
We're
hanging
actually
around
mouth
outside?
breathing through the window.
Yeah.
I'm walking in.
Yeah, no, we are. They're with us. We're a bit of a group. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They're good people.
I don't know who they are.
And the other folks, the dwarf has kind of begun to eye you all up. Herringon is locked on you, and the other two gnomes could care less that you're there.
What's everyone drinking? I'd like to buy a round for everyone.
Well, what they're drinking doesn't matter if you're buying a round.
Well, I'd like to get what they like.
I'll get them what they paid for already.
Perfect.
And he looks over at the summer court elf and kind of motions, and he snaps, and whoop, 4 drinks appear, and he takes them out.
And I wave like that was me.
The
Especially
dwarf,
the Herringon.
the dwarf kind of tips you in his mug. The Herringon looks at you and just kind of gives you a little nod. The gnomes don't even acknowledge anything.
We take their drinks back.
You,
Rude.
I'm gonna go talk to some people, dear, while you get the components you might need.
Yeah.
Or maybe our friends want to talk to.
I walk up to the counter.
We didn't even give her a chance to get the thing we needed
And
before you ruined it.
I was listening to their conversation, and he said something about being an artificer. So I slammed my unfinished lens on the table.
Artifice this!
Ew,
I say,
that is an interesting piece.
It's a Lego kit.
yeah, I've been working on this thing for, well, quite a few centuries. It once was operating properly,
Centuries,
but was
you
stolen by a biatch. Also a sultry poultry. And now I'm rebuilding. So it's unfinished. It really does very little thus far, but you see this part right here behind the visor. It's got to make a magical connection to my body and to my mind. But I can't find the piece that I used way back when. They don't exist anymore. And so I was wondering, maybe you had an ID.
Have you used the Neuralink?
Okay.
Divided by cusp.
The modern adaptations that are more technological than magical were not around when I was artificing, and so I think last time I used an item that was solely created by magic. But if you have something that is technologically able to do this,
It is technological and arcanological.
yes.
Arcano chronological.
I do need two.
Two.
So the connection it's different than I think what its purpose is. But I need to reroute it to also be timey-wimey.
How long do you have here with
So
us
you need an
today?
arcano
Will you be
combo.
staying the night?
I thought time was irrelevant in this location.
You see, I would have to go outside of this location to acquire such a thing.
I can tell you're a person who knows what they're doing. I believe we will be staying the night as I look at the...
What's a room
Half-elf.
cost? As I'm moseying over to the Harangon.
How much do you have to spend?
We just need 2 simple rooms.
Love the question.
2 rooms of what quality?
Simple. Are there beds in there?
I just need a perch. I mean,
Oh!
She has
That is
We almost use
interesting.
it like an inversion table. She cracks her back. She hangs. It's a thing. Don't worry about it. 2 beds. 2 beds in each room. And maybe a chair.
Well,
Anything like that?
So
how
4 beds?
decadent.
Simple.
not.
Guess we're sharing.
Like if
No.
this was the Hampton,
It would be
the
you and
worst
I.
room.
Or the
Well, I suppose 5 gold apiece,
What would 10 gold apiece get us?
twice as large of a room.
More beds?
Do you want more beds?
Yeah, we probably need 5 so everyone can have one.
6.
All right, so now it's
6.
10 gold a room.
Okay, 2 rooms, right?
Do you want anything else?
Will you throw in the Neuralink? Because that's a hefty
Oh, that's be a
price.
separate
Oh, okay.
conversation.
Oh, okay.
All right. Sure.
You-
60 gold.
60 gold.
Isn't that what you just said?
Sure.
10 gold.
10 gold apiece.
Yeah.
10
For
gold
2
a room.
rooms.
10 gold. I thought he meant a piece per person.
No, I think
a
it says
room.
a room that has like
20.
3-ish
I
beds
thought
in it.
I heard 10 a person.
Oh.
It's okay. Fine.
So.
20 gold, right?
20 gold.
Done.
That's what we requested.
Thank you.
Give
But
me
he
a
was out
moment.
60.
He kind of lowers his head, and you see him kind of.
Paid for all the kegs for the next month for this
You
guy.
see him trace
But if you
a
get your Neuralink, it's worth it.
line, and
You nerd.
he
Link.
kind of shifts it. And when you do
Nice and
so,
fish.
you hear rumbling going on
Interesting.
the floor above, and then you watch as he kind of moves his hand around, and he is seemingly magically configuring rooms for you.
Oh, that's interesting.
And he then kind of stops and says, well, he takes out from his neck a ring, a necklace with a key ring with lots of keys on it.
Can I roll a history check? Would I have a reason to?
Nope. The only one who would know
Can
anything
Jake
is
roll a
Ray.
history check?
He did go to Sigil.
Hmm?
He was in the room with what's his name? The
In Sigil?
Argonaut.
Yes, but that he didn't have a key ring.
Okay.
That was a long time
A
ago.
key ring like this
Where you
was
guys
seen
saw the
by
key ring
Ray.
from the dwarf guy.
Oh yeah.
Can Ray roll one?
Nope.
I was there.
She's watching the poultry.
Wait, and
I was
Anthony's
there.
been there the whole time.
I was on JB's eyeballs when that happened.
Remember?
You can roll a history check.
I don't want to.
God, I
Vex me?
you would know. You don't even need
Get
to
it?
roll.
Yeah, I
Vex.
know.
No. This was JB.
No, she said you vexed me.
26.
You would know that
He literally
given
did
the
vex me.
name
Killed me.
Keelil and this ring of keys, this guy is likely an Iron Throne gnome.
But then this is
And-
the exact person I want to help with this.
And is likely connected to that organization.
And that's why he could get us to.
Really quick, when Hashim pulled out the gold to pay for the rooms, can I insight anything in his demeanor about the money? Like if he seems
It's fine.
greedy for it, or kind of like
Me?
a lot of coin passes through
So-
this part anyway.
We all know we just
You're
overpaid by a
used
lot.
to sure. I mean, you're used to. You can roll an insight.
Where the heck did that go?
You're used to like, hey, for a copper, I'll stay at this room for the night, right? Feywild doesn't work that way. Everything is
Where the heck did this
a
go?
negotiation, and everything is. There's just more value here. There's more worth. There's more expense. Everything is to an extreme, so to speak. And so,
Bougie.
yeah, or terrible.
Or in the dumps. Yeah.
Right?
There's no in between.
And if it is terrible, like it's intentionally that way, like they don't care, and they're proving a point with their dumpiness. What'd you roll?
Crit.
Crit. So he didn't seem at all. It was almost like, for him, it was more about the
Act of getting a good bargain.
rather than the money itself, and especially given his seeming arcane prowess, like money doesn't necessarily have a ton of value in and of itself. Like it's it's a tool, but it's not going to drive an arcanist. There's other things that drive them.
Okay.
So your 2 rooms are magically prepared above, and he takes 2 keys and he hands them to you.
Thank you.
Indeed. Now, the Neuralink from Cusp. If we need this as a rush job, is that what we're talking about here? You do have the night.
Are we returning here?
If we live. I'm not here.
Where are you headed, by the way? We haven't gotten many visitors lately because of the little disagreement that's going on with some of the elves. I mean, no disrespect.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, this is what I do. Tatiana sent us here.
Titania.
We know what you mean.
Tatiana. No, Tatiana sent.
Tatiana.
Titania.
Titania sent you here?
Correct.
Yes.
Directly, out front.
She said, I know a place in Everfall you need to check out.
The Sultry Poultry.
For supplies.
Sorry.
So you're just here for supplies. At this, by the way, the other 2 gnomes have stopped and are now watching you as well.
You should have known not to let me talk.
I think Celine
Just stop it.
would also speak up onto that, because you said to what did you say the purpose was?
The
Tatiana
elf,
sent us.
Yeah,
the
for what?
elf that was
Dude.
getting the
Didn't say.
drinks
I didn't
has walked to the front door and shut
Oh,
them.
right.
Great.
I am outside.
I'm ready.
Then you've been shut out.
Okay.
Oh.
And the windows close instantly.
That might be helpful.
And
Might.
the elf
Yeah.
that was strumming starts. No,
battle
she-
music?
She's actually right.
breaks the strings.
She starts strumming in such a way that. Well, you're not there. You immediately recognize there is a arcane quality to it, as if she is laying over some sort of coverage or some
like that.
sort of
So we can talk freely.
interdiction as to what is going on.
Oh, okay.
So Keelil's demeanor changes entirely. So you're a friend of Titania.
Insight. That the
We-
way he says it.
Your insight.
We are more like, we did her a favor, And now we're continuing to do favors so that we can come out on top of something else we're trying to do.
What's the
18.
favor?
More like business partners, actually.
Partners with
By the end, we'll be friends.
Queen of the Archfey Courts. Interesting.
Well, you know her daughter's missing,
I do.
and we're involved in trying to find her. And so that's part of the process
So
is this
why
trip.
did she send you here?
Well, what
you
trouble are you
mentioned the unrest
having?
yourself.
Yes. What trouble are you having?
The Winter Courts have been killing many on the roads, so I know one's here.
We're all shaking
How
our
are they
heads,
doing
yes.
it?
How?
Yeah.
They just run them through.
Okay, so swords, not magic.
Yes, I can defend my establishment, which myself and my brethren, he kind of glanced at the other gnomes, have fortified for appropriate occasions. But should there be a full-on assault from the Pale Prince, that would be a problem.
What's
And
he like?
that's why we're here.
You've been sent to deal with the Pale Prince.
Yeah, we need the information on him.
Correct. That's why I'm fixing this lens, actually.
Truly. Roll a deception check.
I'm going to use an advantage. I really care about this.
You're the best non-face face we've ever had,
Yep.
Steve.
Yeah, I know. 14. I'm not a liar.
14.
Yeah.
I didn't even think you were lying.
I'm not really lying.
It's a
At
half
some
lie.
point.
Lenith! You hear a voice speak up. Listening! It comes from a
The empty seat.
stone which is on the table in front of the seat.
Cool. Sending stone?
More or less.
Sweet.
Neuralink, please, too. Coming right up. There is a kind of flash of light on the table behind him, and there are two little jewels that appear, purplish in color. And he turns and grabs them, and he says, I can't give these to you for free,
Sure.
but no need to wait if you're here from
I
Titania.
like that you're just stealing the beer in the background.
500 apiece, 1,000 even, and they're yours.
Can you cut a better deal than that? I'm not saying that in a mean way, I'm just saying,
You need 2 hands.
you just mentioned that without this Pale Prince being dealt with, your establishment would be in danger of a full assault. In which case he would be doing no business further.
How am I to know, roll persuasion, how am I to know that you're even
Can I roll with an advantage? Do we have any?
I think we do.
powerful enough to deal with an archfey?
Hello.
I still haven't even ascertained how he got out of the fathom.
That's a great question.
28
We're not going to
persuasion.
answer it.
28.
28.
17 on the die plus 9.
Nice.
He's listening. He's asked his question, but he's listening.
Wait,
Well,
it should be 26.
we have adventured from
26.
the. Why am I answering?
That's what we've all been wondering, Steve.
You
It's
could
me.
stop at any time.
You could stop yourself at any moment.
I can't. It's not possible. Go ahead.
You didn't even let her try to buy anything.
Yeah, yeah.
Before you came in.
Oh, talk.
Well, he started walking away. Anyway.
So I tried to persuade him to cut us a better deal. I forget the last thing you said.
What do you need to see for proof?
He
that
said,
we're
"How?
trying-
Why are we the ones that are
Right.
Like, how are we?
What
good
do you
enough
need to
do
know?
this?
What do you need to see?
Why does Titania trust you?
Because we did part of the job of finding her daughter. That's why we're here. Because we already did it.
You are the ones who brought the soul back.
Ooh,
The soul.
you
Good
are
news travels
informed.
fast, am I right?
Informed
Oh,
soul.
interesting.
So at this
I
point, I'll
have-
just turn
Drop it.
back into myself because it really doesn't matter.
Hence the perch!
You were magically illuminated the minute you walked through the door.
Yeah, kind of got figured that one.
Yeah.
But I like to keep the charade up in case I can learn something from your escapades. So, what are you called?
We are the rats.
We rate.
So much less cool when you have to say it to somebody who's cool.
We are raging against the storm, which is not currently on this plane of existence. Well, it kind of is, actually.
Oh, there is.
It kind of is. They're connected.
I know.
Yep.
We are trying to ascertain how to deal with it. Wait, so your aim is to get back to Anarok?
That is correct. Stop the storm here and there.
There's only...
Mm-hmm. Follow that train of thought.
Out loud, preferably.
How do you plan to get into the graces of the Sultan?
R.A.T.R.
We'd feel more
Just
comfortable
shut the hell
sharing
up.
the further information with you if you could show some goodwill sign.
500 for both. Cut the price in half.
What if we?
What if we did that again?
I mean, what if we added in the rest of?
Unfortunately, we work for free.
Anthony,
very
what's
often.
it do for you?
Well, it appears that that's the last component he needs to actually interface with his lenses again. What type of lenses?
In the year 1221
Oh my god.
of the last era,
Okay. You know, we've never asked him this.
the first lens that I
That's a
had
great point.
allowed me the connection to the illumination magic, the strength of which was able to overcome the void that we just saw
Yeah.
and push them out of our universe temporarily. This pair will attempt to do the same thing if it comes to be, which I believe that is involved in the storm.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, here's
You
500.
are Anthony Corellian.
Oh no.
Ray would know.
Yours truly.
The half-finished glasses.
Do you
over your head.
recognize me now?
Jordy
You-
LaForge?
Died an age ago.
Yeah, he's good at that.
So my path has been guided by
500.
the divine themselves.
Keep it.
Not that I have
Throw in a
the,
few healing potions.
not that I have the power of those who sent me, however, just because I magically and artificially
Arcana
create
chrono
this
magic.
item. These are the guidelines set by the divine, so that they can work their way through this, not through me, through what they. It's a conduit essentially.
Can you still tap into the Illumin?
I have a grasp. I am not fully in. That's why I'm building this. I had to make deals to get other parts.
So you've been diminished.
I have been reset, if you will. I was in, I think, the ethereal for quite a while before I found a way to come back. And when I came back, I was with these lovely folks, right on the path I needed to be. Imagine that.
It's funny how the fates allow that from time to time. Sabris and Mistra and the rest are
Mistra.
funny. Well, it would be my honor then to assist you in that, great Corellian. I've studied
No,
your work.
call me Ant. Just
Oh my
speak highly of the
gosh.
size of my arms.
You are more physically robust than I imagined.
He can't see waist down, right? Because you're behind the counter.
Thank you. Yes, my legs do.
Please, here, Neuralink is yours.
I will honor you by engraving your donation, your name, into the side of the lens.
Thank you. And on behalf of the throne, please engrave it to us, collectively.
The Iron Throne.
I'm
I
sure
thought I
you,
recognized.
I'm sure you know. If we are putting aside charades and pleasantries,
Sometimes honesty pays.
I hate you.
Sometimes.
Why did you let that reward? Hate you. I would have rather they thought we lied and kicked us out than give him any bit of you did the good thing there.
No, I mean, finally
did
he
it.
does a good thing, so.
so you've come from Titania and you're headed to where?
The glass burn in or something. See
Wastes.
glass,
Waste
wasted
of
glass,
glass.
glass wastes.
To get back to the Sultan.
Yes, but first we have to stop Homeboy.
Are you seeking him?
I think he's gonna find me.
Why?
Look at me.
You're a dark elf.
Amongst other things.
Well, if you have the great Anthony Corellian with you, perhaps there's more to meet the eye.
Could we bring our friend in, by the way? You locked him out outside.
Tony got paralyzed, and he's been trying to pass the save for like the last 10 minutes.
He motions.
Just I'd like him to hear.
You
I've been trying to get
have
in.
been trying to get in.
A blizzard outside.
The door opens, and
I stumble in.
an autumn elf kind of like looks out and motions you in quickly, and it closes up once more.
Okay, so here's my question. Everybody in here, are they here to defend this tavern?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so we got
There are no visitors other than you here. We're all
right.
playing our part.
Gotcha.
Excellent.
So, if we take down the Pale Prince, obviously we're helping a lot of different things.
Certainly in the Fae, you'd be setting balance back in order. Although with the Zybilna, well, you said you only retrieved her soul.
Yeah, we don't know where her body is yet, but we're looking as well.
Okay.
Do you have any information?
I don't.
Keep our secrets.
Khalil,
I am the eyes and ears for, well, one set for the throne in the Fae. I surmise that's why Titania sent you here.
So, can you help us further help you? What other things?
What do you need? You said you came for supplies.
We do. So we know the Pale Prince can take people over, right? He can possess them. We need components. Oh wait, we have those.
We need diamond.
We need diamond dust, 300 GP worth, maybe a diamond of that sort.
In case you die.
Correct. We have a healer with us who can revivify.
I must be
We are
honest
in rats, by the way.
with you. There is... Revivify. Alright. So it's an acronym.
Yes.
Okay.
Rage against the revivifying storm.
So... And he kind of strokes... You get a little, like... Small little beard.
Nice.
Kind of like strokes. There is a theme going on in the Sword Coast that has siphoned most of the diamonds away.
Well,
Just convenient.
Yeah. You're the storm which now covers the majority of the Sword Coast.
About lab-grown diamond. That thing.
You're an artificer. You can make them.
Cubic
They are.
zirconium?
We have tried. I can create, literally, the spell create, but they don't last long enough. It's
Gotcha.
the problem. I can perhaps procure... Lenith, you hear all this. What can we spare? Oh, you got it. How strong are you guys?
Pretty strong.
Collectively or individually?
How would we, how would we answer that?
You have Anthony with you.
Yep.
We've got him being
We have a giant with us.
We're pretty strong collectively.
yeah, who's she?
She's 15.
I can't see anything, so
She's a gray giant. She comes from, I think, royalty. She was sent to stop the storm.
my name's Ray Esmeralda. Well, my friends call me Ray, and it's Ray. Okay, we know about you. Oh,
No, let her go. She has a whole thing.
no, I don't want to hear anymore. All right,
Since you can't see her, she is slightly. She has a hue of purple. Just so you know.
right. I think we can spare two.
Okay.
And dust? Do you have any diamond dust?
You're pushing it, lady.
I like
Who are you?
please. Hi, I'm Celine.
Celine.
I don't know if I'd be in his records.
I take off my Arcanist gauntlets. I hand them to
We can pay.
across the counter. I say, so far, you've been very kind. I forgot I even had these, and they're very useful. You know what these are?
Attract.
This is to
Not the stone.
Keelil.
Yes.
No, I don't, but they have an immediate aura of arcane excellence.
Very nice. Arcanist gauntlets. Acquired these, and essentially you can store magic in it, and your limits are extended. essentially free casts of spells if perchance the fates allow it.
Why haven't you been using this?
I forgot I had them, but
Might as well sell.
you've blessed us with the key to the future. The supplies you are providing are going to be very helpful, and we do not mind having allies. And so this is for you. I'm sure it should
There's
cover everything.
As you're speaking, there's 2 more puffs. The first is 2 diamonds that appear. The next is a pouch that appears.
Okay. Now, lastly,
I cannot accept these from Anthony the Great.
I'll take them. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Ask for more stuff.
Well, yes, I'm fine.
I am greatly honored by this.
It's no problem. You are literally saving the world if this works out. So
Can we get another diamond if he gives him his autograph?
How can you possibly save the world?
that storm that's here, it is engulfing the Sword Coast.
It is.
Faerun.
Nothing has been able to penetrate it, and no one has the standing with the Sultan to be placed within.
We may have some ideas on that too. Show him your hand.
No, she says.
I hold up her bone hand. See that? Not normal, right?
No.
Nope. Yeah, she's the chosen of the Raven Queen.
You have a chosen with you?
Yeah. Not all cards on the
Priestess,
table at this
baby.
point.
High Priestess.
I like this guy.
You're the High Priestess of...
I am.
Have you heard of her?
Cacophony.
By the way,
You're here in the Feywild, and to make sense why her realm would have fallen into deep shadow.
Ooh, he blames that on you.
No. All in good time, my man. It's all coming back together. There are some shadows overrunning the city of Brass.
Well,
Yes,
she also
Rob.
got chosen as the priestess while that was already happening.
Correct. We were sent out.
You can see he's like putting things together in his head, like he's privy to different information, and it's like connecting up the dots.
Yeah.
And you see his eyes just kind of like going back and forth, almost like if you've seen Sherlock, like Mind
Yeah,
Palace,
Elementary.
like he just like
would
he's
just kinda come
reading
with
and
us.
looking at stuff, and like it's like Lenny,
I have to do the same thing.
Lenith, are you catching this? We're recording it all.
We're on a Zoom meeting.
What else? You're okay. So, what's your name, person? Because Lenith can't see you.
Oh, Cacophony.
Cacophony. Cross-reference. You hear him like, the Kenku. Oh, the Kenku. Oh, interesting.
That's me.
Kenku. And Ray. Does Ray still have her hammer?
Kind of.
Ray holds it up. It kind of broke. Lenith kind of is like in the background. You hear like, oh shit.
It retains many of its properties.
What? Is there any like broke as in it lost its magical power?
No.
Broke as in was one part, now it's two parts.
Now she stabs and bludgeons.
And she says there's people in the hammer part.
Yeah, it's weird.
And she sees butterflies.
Does she still have Sola?
How do they know
Hey,
this?
do you still have Sola?
Yeah. Oh, this is the
Yeah,
Iron
she's
Throne.
here somewhere.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
They know everything.
Crazy.
All
they
right.
tried to.
So the prophecy could still be fulfilled. All right.
I don't know what you're saying.
I didn't expect this on a Tuesday.
Excuse me?
No.
There's a prophecy concerning the hammer.
And Sola. But I'm not allowed to say anything because it needs to be fulfilled the way that it's been set forth.
But you just continue.
The bearer of the hammer can explain what she can, as well can as Sola. But we've been. Our dragon friends have put different binds upon what we can do. Lenith is saying all of this.
Okay.
Are they red?
They're different colors.
Oh.
we've been trying to follow Ray and her friends.
Right.
And now that we know that this is who it is, they're not they in Scarlet, if that's what you're asking.
Oh,
That
you know
is
about
what we
that
were
already.
asking.
But they do have to do with some people that you met in Sigil.
Raided, and I was there technically. Were all of you in Sigil?
One little
You were all
little
saved and brought to Sigil
snowman.
when you free fell from the arena.
What was his name? I just remember the.
You were not there,
Stupid
Cacophony.
song.
Yeah, I would say that.
But Hashin and Manny was not there. Hashin, Ray, and Celine, and technically it
Hold.
was Vex,
Hold
but
was there.
Well, no.
No, it was the one little, two little, three
And-
little, whatever. Now.
Hold
Yeah.
was there. And
Aegis.
Aegis.
Aegis appeared and kind of whisked you away.
Bolt?
And you
Was Bolt
met
there?
an elderly
You mean Hashin?
dragonborn.
Boltagar
who was
his
there.
other character. in
Oh, that's
Sea of
right.
Thorns.
Josh.
Sea of
Way back,
Swords.
I don't
What
Yeah,
was
he
his
was there.
name?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay.
The hold was.
Oh, hold, yes.
So,
Oh, sorry.
any healing potions?
Wow.
Lenneth is speaking. It seems that Lenneth has kind of taken over the conversation as Keelil is still like putting pieces together and thinking and stroking his little beard.
Hey, Lenneth, can I come pick you up? Because I'm kind of having a hard time hearing you. Can I put you on the bar?
Yeah, we need closure on a lot of things. Come on over here.
I'm not in the Feywild. This is a very special stone
Yeah.
That can't
For-
move?
interplanar communication. I'm in Sigil.
Okay.
Awesome. Can I contact you if I need you?
Yes.
Using a spell of
I
contact other planes.
presume that you would use sending or something of the sort.
Excellent.
Yes. You don't know what I look like, but
Nope.
I'm a gnome, and
Beautiful.
What do you look like then? Describe yourself.
What are you wearing?
Hey,
What color hair do you have?
How sultry?
Keelil goes, oh, one moment. He snaps his fingers, and his appearance entirely changes,
Oh,
and he is casting a
disguise
minor image spell.
Oh, cool.
And he's a gnome still, except this is a gray-haired gnome, very with kind of a long cloak,
Cool.
with the Eye of Savras on his chest, and there's no like formality to him. He appears to be a wizard, and doesn't have any fancy jewelry or anything like that. Has some kind of glasses, bifocals, like on the end of his long nose, which has never stopped growing and is kind of like very pointed. His ears are very kind of long, kind of wrinkles to his skin, and he allows you to take him in and then snaps his fingers again, and Keelil's back.
Do you
Thank
know
you.
anything about the state of Ordo Lux?
You're asking Lenneth? Ordo Lux. Well, it's kind of been disbanded.
Oh,
I feared as much.
What?
There was a bit of a coup and some infighting and the storm at the same time and all of the Oni that have taken over.
oh shit.
And so
Wait a minute. What
and
is?
then there's
We did
this
that.
giant blue demon. We think it might be Teopolo, but we haven't confirmed that yet,
Perfect.
which has wiped out Salt Marsh and most of the eastern, northeastern Neverwinter's holding firm.
Northwestern.
Although there's the massive onslaught of the Broken Arrows tribe. They came out of nowhere. That was not expected.
You guys suck.
With all the demons at their command. Or maybe it's the other way around. But it is not looking good for the Sword Coast right now.
Looking good.
Well, we're here to save it, so
Who did that?
Well, stopping the storm would allow our allies in the east to meet up with the allies still in Waterdeep, which is kind of the base of operations now there. Nye is still trying to rally the troops. She's holding strong, and you guys, I think you probably know my friend, Dane, Keen Whistler. He really is the one who briefed us on Ray, and Sola. So there's still
That makes sense.
hope, but you guys disappeared for several years.
What?
What?
That
We've
was
been
the
here for
trip.
like 6 minutes.
No, you haven't.
No.
What?
That's not good.
7 years?
What are we gonna do?
You gotta stop the storm. It's what Ray's always been meant to do with Sola.
Ray, how old are you?
Why didn't you tell us this, Ray?
Come on, Ray.
I've been trying
She
to,
did
and
10
we've
times.
been so busy, and people keep dying, and I keep failing, and well, you know, I've been trying to. I have them all in my hammer. They're not gone. Is my home gone? I saw like a vision of that, and my parents were singing a birthday song to me, and has it really been that many years? Yeah, it has, Ray. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't know how to put it to you, but things aren't looking good in the Sword Coast, and really for Toril. Things are just converging, and Eberron struggling, and Midgard struggling, and there's other realms that we're having more success with, but
Like what? Give us some good.
Middle Earth.
Sauron's gone. For now.
A new threat rises.
Voldemort just died too, so that's good.
so potions, check. There's a snap of fingers, and 6 superior
Yo.
potions appear.
Nice.
Superior.
One for each of you, or however you distribute them.
All of them
That's-
go to.
That's all I can really muster. I think you're equipped for field medicary, but in a pinch, these should help with some pop.
You know what I'd kill for? A periaptive wound closure for cacophony.
Unfortunately, magic items are at a premium, especially since the storm has essentially destroyed them all.
That's not a no.
Okay.
You've been more than helpful with information and items. So grateful. Now we need bodies. Are any of the people here
Bodies?
willing to come with us?
We're not fighters.
Okay.
We're
I don't want to just waste life.
we're
Oh, really?
That was my plan.
we're maintaining the channels of communication and
Right.
transportation as best we can.
Smart move. Yep.
What can you tell us about the Pale Prince? What do we need to know?
This item now.
What is a weakness?
He was
So
locked
sad.
away, and I still don't know how he got out, but he came here, and
What would you give for that information?
you know how he got out?
We may. What would you give?
Haven't I given you enough?
Listen. We are trying to stop the one thing that's ruining everything. I don't think there's enough that can be given.
There isn't one thing, it's a lot of things.
The storm is stopping you from coordinating with the east and the west. And
That'll
we are here-
help.
Exactly. There's not enough you can give.
Roll persuasion.
Trying to make allies. He's just making a business.
You're just talking to this stone in like this aggressive
26.
26.
Ooh.
There's a pause, and you hear some voices in the background. What do you need?
I didn't think that'd work. What do you need?
Oh.
Periaptive.
Periaptive wound closure.
We need a rogue. We need a fighter with heavy armor and
Dwarf?
shield.
Looks like Heron gone.
They're stationed. They're doing their job.
It's fine. I need information on what can take down the Pale Prince.
Ah.
He has to have a
Any
weakness.
information
Everyone
to
Where
does.
he is? Do we need to find out where he is?
He will find me.
Oh, true.
Well, do you know anything about how he became the Pale Prince?
Yeah, scorned love. We heard this from Tatiana and from Dimitri. And basically, he loved somebody, and it was unrequited maybe, and he just turned in on himself. I heard he's very vain. And that was the first thing the Dungeon Master said, and I'm wondering if that was a hint.
Does he think this song is about him?
I was wondering. Is that correct? Is that the gist of how he became?
Let's give him an Instagram account. He'll never see it.
He'll be distracted forever.
Doing duck faces.
Nothing can be left out. It has to be Snapchat. They don't want their information getting out
Oh yeah, Snapchat's information's gone.
there.
Unless subpoenaed by the U.S. government.
So, the Pale Prince is... It makes sense why you'd have a chosen of... Huh. Have you already put that together, Kilo? I have been thinking about that. You are a chosen of the Raven Queen.
Yes.
The Raven Queen took the love of the Pale Prince.
Death ward immediately. Oh, cacophony.
Yeah, we knew that.
Can I double layer a death word on her?
The Pale Prince fell in love with one of the Sisters of Lament,
Lament. Oh.
except they were devoted to the Raven Queen, and so much so that they became shades and left the Feywild, which threw the Pale Prince into, well, his stupor. He is heartbroken, but burns in anger at the Raven Queen.
Great.
He will no doubt... How did you survive in the Feywild this long?
It's
only
been
a
a
few
lot
days.
of effort.
Well, if he knows that you're here, he will focus his ire upon you.
Oh crap!
Of course he will.
He knows assuredly that we're here.
I'm ready.
No, you're not.
6 years ago, he knew that we were here.
After a long rest, I'll be ready.
We
How
had
did
one.
he know that?
We had one.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
I need another one
Say
for
that
emotions.
again?
How did he know you were here?
All right. Cards on the table.
The only reason
Haven't
why
they
we're
been already?
the only reason why we're here
We accidentally let them out.
is because he
Of course
showed
you did.
he indirectly showed us the way so that he could follow us. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So you released the seal in Hecate's Fathom.
Yeah, Ray, show them the moat.
Yes.
You
Unknowingly.
you have a motive
Also,
We
is
are
that
quite-
freaking creation.
Here's what it does. It allows us to walk on water.
sorry.
That's about all we figured out.
Yeah,
Two-
three.
2 pieces of it. or
You
three?
also unsealed
Yeah.
the Emerald Caldera.
Yeah,
We
that's
did
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of us. Were all of us there?
Hey.
How is the Sultan gonna give you an audience?
Oh, I got that. Don't
That's what I've been confused about. I mean, I wouldn't see us if I were him.
worry. He doesn't know we did it.
Well,
I'm sure.
do you remember those? Well, you wouldn't. Oh, you would. Those fire genasi that came at us that one time,
Mm-hmm.
and we convinced them not to kill us, and then they walked away.
Mhm.
They serve the Sultan.
It's okay.
That's what I'm thinking. anyway.
Yeah, I think he's got bigger problems that he can't solve.
Mayhaps.
I think
I
we're a
hope.
pretty big problem.
I hope we can
Well,
solve. it for him.
yes, there's ongoing scourge.
Infighting.
About half of the city they have had to give over to Shadow, but the other half they have been. Well,
So back to her hand. This can like eat Shadow.
Do you make a little alligator with it?
how is that
College
possible?
sport level alligator.
You're asking questions that are way above my pay grade. I just know that's what happens. So, we get in there, bing, bang, boom, they're out.
Wait. You have it, don't you?
The bloodstone.
I have what?
You have the
The
mote
mote
of
of shadow.
shadow.
Oh, yes.
Of course you do. You have a mote of water and a mote of shadow.
Also, we have the ring that finds other moats. Just since we're giving him all the information.
That's right.
There's such a ring.
No,
Yeah.
Oh.
no, there is not such a ring. You turn the stone
Lenneth,
off.
did you
Turn the
get
stone
that?
off right now.
Who has that ring?
How secure are you? How knowing that no one else is listening?
This is the throne of iron. We are secure.
Okay.
I mean, I suppose a god could perhaps pierce, but we have arrangements with other gods that supposedly help. And he points to your shield.
So,
Heyo.
Kilo, we're clearly all on the same team now.
Yes.
Clearly. Mold the Shadow gets rid of the shadows. I think the Sultan's going to be very happy when he gets all of his kingdom back.
Yes, he will.
So,
At the snap of a finger.
what do we have to do with the Pale Prince? That's how we get to the Sultan. That's how we solve the shadow problem. That's how we get behind the storm.
Can you offer him
Gold?
one of the Sisters of Lament? The Sisters of Lament back? You should do that. Even if it's ruse.
But it's a specific one, right? Not just any.
You can have any of them. I guess they're all interchangeable. You want Stacy or Gwendolyn?
Hold on. You might, if she's dead, you might be able to ask the Raven Queen for assistance in that regard.
Say, homegirl, I need you to take one for the team.
Amen.
So, even if it's a ruse,
Why didn't we come see this guy like 4 years ago? He knows everything.
Would have been nice.
Cacophony.
are you thinking? Or
Are you good at deception?
I'm
You seem to be the star of the show.
Are you
reading my
reworking things?
notes.
Okay,
I
that's
don't.
fine.
I was not necessarily
Not
prepared
awful.
for all these different directions.
I mean, here we are. So everything's out.
We tried to lie
the Pale
for about
Prince,
30
prior
seconds.
to his turning, was known as the Sun Prince.
Oh.
He now loathes and hates light because it reminds him of who he once was.
Great.
You can, I'm sure, use that if you will. That's why he's seeking to blanket the Fae in misery of winter.
Right.
Otherwise, he is quite vain. He believes himself. Well, he has been undefeatable other than to trap. He draws strength from the very air around him, the moisture, the darkness that follows him.
I believe in a thing called love.
Do we know
Just
how
listen
he
to the
was...
rhythm of my heart.
What's love got to do with it?
Do we know how
Well
he...
done.
Do we know how
Good
he was
point.
sealed originally? Who
He
did
was
it? Do you know what I
lured
mean?
to the Fathom by
Giant clam.
In a manner of speaking.
We punched that. Yeah.
we back.
I believe that's the divine trying to listen in.
He was lured there by Selune.
Ah.
She sacrificed her dwelling within the confluence to trap him in concordance with Mistra and with concordance of the Raven Queen.
Does that mean she's free to act now that she is not holding him?
The seal of water has been 2 of the 3, and so her influence will return, as she is one of the deities who influence the waters through the strength of the moon.
Yep.
There are others, but she is having an increased influence there, yes.
And her sister's back. If you didn't know.
Shar is always been a problem.
Yeah, I don't
yes,
like her.
for
man.
many, many, many ages.
She's not a nice lady.
I thought she was gone for a while. She came back, my friend.
She seems to have a champion of her own.
Sounds like a nice
So the purple
A
goblin?
purple dragon.
Dragon.
Oh.
That's so cool. And terrible.
Dragon.
As long as it's not a purple dragon knight.
No, a purple dragon.
Hmm.
We think she actually traveled with Ray, but that's been unconfirmed if it's the same one.
Ray, did you travel with the purple dragon?
No, no purple dragons, although Marishka turned all purpley.
Of course.
You didn't pick
Yes.
up on that?
I didn't know he was talking about
I
that.
picked
No, I
up
didn't.
on that
So
right
you
away.
know.
Yes, it is Marishka. That's the name of the dragon.
I'm sure she did intend it.
We've heard that name before.
She has the other one. At least I think she does. Last time I had it, she killed the whole party. Except for Ray.
They have your own lens.
But I don't know what divine access there is.
This
Just ruined
explains
this guy's day.
why illumination has not worked. Even Nain has been unable to pierce through the veil of the storm.
Yeah.
But you're crafting another, and
I
now
mean-
you have the Neuralink to
Yeah.
complete it.
Yeah, I just need to
It's
put
done.
it on and make a prayer. You know how I love to pray.
Are you a religious man?
Manny and I both go.
I have. Well, everybody
good
has.
person.
Everyone has religious tendencies. The divine are. They operate with me.
All right. Well,
I don't
we
operate for them.
have time to spare. Here's your money back. He gives you
the.
the 20 gold.
It was 50.
Best.
No.
I'm kidding.
We've
Do as
given
the
you
local.
potions. We've given you a means to revive yourself. We've given you Neuralinks. We've given you information.
You're the best.
I don't know what else we can do.
I don't either.
Do you have any burgers?
Can we give you a way to know if we perish?
If we how would we do that?
I don't know. I'm just asking. Because if we do, then they need to know immediately.
Well, you're heading into the wastes of glass, and the Pale Prince will likely.
What can we expect there?
Misery.
Glass.
Illumination.
It's
It feels just
a
like
strange place of sand and snow and ice. It is.
Not glass.
It is not hospitable.
Do you have
It
winter
is
coats?
glass normally, with the baking of the sun into the spending of the twilight, and the lightning that strikes, and the heat of the storm between the fall and the winter.
Oh, do you have any... Oh, I hope you do. I would be surprised if you didn't. Can you or do you have any in your possession potions of resistance? If we're about to be getting smacked around with cold. Especially if you've been aware of the activities of the Winter Fae here.
Resistance. Hold on. He starts talking. We have two.
Yes.
They pop through.
It's got to be Anthony.
Me?
Yeah, you've.
I was thinking frontliners, but yeah, I'll take it.
Well,
Right.
how about the two people he's going after?
Right.
Well, you're resistant, aren't
Cacophony.
you?
Yeah.
yeah.
Cacophony for one.
And he's got lenses of
And Ray.
illumination.
If her hammer is
Wait,
to
is
save
she
the
resistant
world,
to cold already?
she has to
She's-
survive.
Yeah, she's already resistant.
Beautiful.
So are
Oh,
you?
that's
You're
right,
not
she-
resistant, are you?
Nah, but I'll be fine.
Stay behind.
Well, based off of what I'm hearing, your priestess is pretty important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she got
Ray's pretty
Agreed.
important. You have that lens. Maybe you can do something with the storm that no one else can.
That's what I'm
That's the
thinking.
plan.
It's you and Cacophony.
And
Yeah.
the rest of you obviously are
B-list.
Chattel.
Tattle,
need
yeah.
to keep them alive.
Done.
Will be the meat shields.
I'm pretty bulky.
So we know Ray, and now we know Anthony, and Cacophony. We've noted High Priestess chosen. There haven't been chosen in. Interesting. What did you say your name was?
Who are you talking to?
You.
Oh, because you are just a speaking box. I'm Hashin Al-Sariq.
Al-Sariq.
Yeah, I just learned some stuff about my papa.
Kilo says, "Oh shit balls."
Love it.
Ruin this man's day.
Balls.
We just gave him so much work.
Yeah.
So much.
Okay, well, let's
They
me
also-
amend.
they also
Continue
love
his work
everything.
Let
as
me
if nothing
amend
happened.
my previous statement. Hashin, you too will be targeted by the Pale Prince alongside of Cacophony.
What else is new?
We kind of
They're
figured
the two
that.
things I targeted every time.
You have the missing link for Voidrill.
So I've been told.
There was another some years back who appeared in Baldur's Gate. Then he went mad. And we lost sight of him.
Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen to me.
I don't think it will.
What was his name?
Well, his name... You hear in the background. Let me check with Ricka. All right.
Fricka!
What?
Fricka!
And
It's Darian he's talking about.
and then they hear back. His
So you
name was
died?
Darian.
What were you? What? What?
Did you miss that episode?
I don't remember a thing. Except my name was Darlin.
Wow.
Okay, well, hopefully that, again, doesn't happen to me.
Any chance I could get a copy of that prophecy so we can try to figure out what to do with Solo?
It can't be written down.
Okay.
Ooh,
Haven't
interesting.
we heard it before?
I mean, Sola knows what to do,
Can
right?
you give me the gist?
Cliff
Does she
notes?
know? Do you know what you're supposed to do, Ray?
I think Sola told me, but I'll have to think about it and remember.
That tracks. Say it in pig Latin.
Something about all I remember is that a daughter of Anon would be screaming, and I think that's me.
In happiness.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you rage often. You're yelling in battle. Whether you know it or not, you yell every fight.
I do?
Oh my goodness.
And every time you recount something
like
we
a
did,
banshee.
you're yelling.
Am I loud?
No, no. You just have an emphasis that lasts for the entire sentence.
You just emphasize your sentences. That's great.
Have you heard of the phrase
love
all
you.
caps?
All right, so Hashin Al-Sariq, of course,
Okay.
and
course.
you, Miss Awesomer Angel.
Ooh, how does he know?
Awesomer.
How does he know? I look like a human.
I didn't know that.
How did you not know that? I put rings on
Steve
my back
knew
like
it.
every
I didn't
day.
know it.
Then you're even dumber than we thought. Celine.
I have other things to focus on.
Celine
Like my
Harrington.
muscles.
Make notes. Miss Harrington.
Oh, I'm in the
And-
now.
You, sir, of... I see markings of Savris and Ordo Lux. But
That's
I don't know you.
I have not been on the material plane in a very long time. My name is Manuel de la Vega.
Manuel de la Vega. Cross-referencing.
I just like to imagine they have Google.
I love librarians.
They're the only ones who have Google.
Says here he was part of a elite group within Ordo Lux that was
Oh.
tasked with observing Ordo Lux itself.
How are you?
Oh, internal affairs.
Yay.
HR.
I tried to have my eyes on you.
What were you guys called again?
Yeah, what were you?
Crud, I forget.
Weren't you the Watchers?
I mean, you could go with that.
Watchers of the Order of Lux.
I'm a member of Order of the Lux too. I mean, I was
Order of
made
Kazette?
a friend of the Order of the Lux of the Order of Kazette.
Yeah,
that
that's
Ray?
true. Yeah, it
Ray,
is.
okay.
How's Kazette doing?
Oh, she's dead.
Kazette? Cross-reference. She's dead.
I knew it. Dang it. We saved her too, didn't we?
Actually, that entire chapter got wiped out
Great.
by some Dragonborn.
Great. Oh, that jerk.
Do I remember?
Dragonborn?
I don't remember.
That jerk in the freaking temple.
A
Oh.
dragonborn that was part of their chapter but turned.
I remember him.
What a.
He was the pious one.
Not that pious.
We didn't pick up on that at all
Or maybe
either.
hyper pious.
He didn't take that part seriously. He took something else seriously.
Didn't we do Revivify of JB in front of him? Because you got
helped.
you got yoinked off the
He
plane
did help.
fighting a baler. You died.
Oh, that's when I got
immediately.
launched over the edge?
You did. 0 hit points.
Man, we've been doing a lot. I am so glad that she sent us to you. We learned like at least 2 years worth of information.
Well, it's important.
Real
to,
crammed in there.
It's important to, tie up some plot
Love
threads,
it. Big fan of that. Yep.
The way we tied them up is they're all dead, and you failed everything except for this. There we go. Put a bow on it.
That has been the truth.
Ow.
thus
It
far.
does track.
Mm-hmm. But now we have kickoff. And shouldn't you ask about how you can help your god? Because that's probably how we're gonna win this.
Oh yeah.
I want that to win this.
What's his name?
Is that part of
Do
your
you-
prophecy too?
Do you know anything about the name of the angel Azazel?
Azazel.
So you're
Check that.
You're special. I didn't know you
That's
were
the
special.
A. It should be at the top.
You've been around since the beginning.
Everywhere we
There's
go.
no
everyone
mention
does.
here,
favorite.
nothing of Azazel. It either means that he's very, very old, or we've never dealt with him or come across him.
I like that.
He could have been wrapped up for a long time.
Been
Is-
there a long time.
So, is that something that interests you? An angel that you don't know about?
Well,
The Iron
we're-
Throne would love
we're
that, right?
interested in all knowledge and information that we don't have.
Part of, I'll be quick because I think we might have to be going soon, but part of my charge with this group is undoing seals that have kept
That's right.
a very powerful angel, also my guide, Azazel, bound and from acting as an agent of good. The seals, we broke one recently that bound his mouth, but the others, when my vision seemed to be connected to anchor points in the Feywild, the Shadowfell, City of Brass with the Sultan's throne. I'm trying to blank on the other ones. Carissa doesn't remember.
That was a lot more than I remembered.
Feywild, Shadowfell, City of Brass, Mechanist, Celestia, Sigil. I
Well,
think
maybe
that's
to
all of them.
help with the one in Sigil.
Yeah.
You hear, as you're talking, you hear more voices in the background.
Maybe he doesn't have a name.
Are you sure? You mean Aziel?
No way. I didn't spell his name right the first time he told me.
No, you're right.
Aziel?
Aziel is the chained angel.
Oh.
Wait a
this
minute.
Is a change. This is it. This is an interesting thing.
Wait a
Very interesting.
keep talking.
She's not Googling. Don't worry.
Scrolling down in my notes.
Aziel.
What do you what?
different.
What do you know about this name? Figure. Do I know anything about this name?
I don't know Azazel, but Aziel is the chained angel.
Go on.
Makes me smile.
Part of the Blood War.
I've read about that.
Makes sense.
It's devils versus demons.
Yeah, I know that part.
Why is an angel involved?
Aziel came to the aid of the demons, devils,
Okay. Order.
when they were losing. Fought them back with Zariel.
I've heard of that name too.
She now is
Yeah.
converted, and
She's the demon?
she's the leader of
The demon lord?
Avernus.
She's the
Devil
devil.
Lord.
Furnace.
Avernus.
And Aziel didn't, so they chained?
Aziel did not convert, and kept Zariel in Avernus when she did. Avernus and other devils there then put a hit out on Aziel, essentially, and bound him.
Mm-hmm.
But Aziel is... There are layers of guardians and of all kinds of ways they've kept him in chains, so to speak. And Azazel is something we'll look into. But Aziel is the chained angel.
You've been deceived.
I unbound his mouth.
What
with
did he
this last
say?
Sounded kind of demonic.
He said, "My name is Ozzy."
Yeah, he did. Well, what I was getting, I wasn't saying that to him. I was saying that it's Carissa. Because what I was going to say is, can I talk to him now?
To
Either Ozzy or Azazel.
have you tried to?
No!
You may attempt it.
You don't even know the name.
Could you give me 1 moment?
Is there a prayer closet anywhere?
You got like a prayer mat somewhere.
Sure.
Our yoga room is over this way. There are goats. Be careful.
You see Celine go, all right.
Ooh, snap.
Chugs back the most bracing sip of alcohol, and then I guess I would go off. I don't want to detract from what we have to do here, but
I think that's
Well,
is
I think
important.
this might be the episode. It's okay.
okay.
Yeah.
It took a hard
Yeah,
left.
do
and we're
this.
just going with
Have a
it now.
clash with your prayer. I
All
love
right,
it.
I'll go over to somewhere private, I guess.
We definitely need Angel's help at the storm.
If
That would be great.
that's an angel.
Well, I don't know the name Aziel. I know the name Azazel, but not Aziel. That's interesting.
Roll religion.
Can I use an advantage?
Do you have any?
Don't we have a group pool?
I think
There
that's
were like one left.
been used up.
There might have been.
Yeah.
Well then, we shall let
Let the dice speak.
speak.
Yes. Love it. That's good. That's good. No,
It's a
that's good.
20. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, but religion is, for some reason, not anything for clerics, which is always fun. 16. I would guidance myself, I assume. And I'm going to use... I don't know if I will. Let me roll my guidance first.
Oh yeah, you have your thing.
17. I feel like this is gonna need more than that. So I'm gonna use my 2... Well, can I? I don't know if I can,
Favor of the
actually.
gods.
Well, I don't know if I can use Favored by the Gods on a
Oh, it's a save.
Skill check.
skill check. Let me check.
I cast Bless.
No,
Plus
it's
doesn't
saving
help a
throw
skill
or
check.
attack
Plus
roll.
check.
Can I attack him with my prayer?
Isn't that what it is?
It's one way to think about it.
Technically, I could emboldening bond
Verbal abuse.
everyone and myself. I'm at a 17 now. I'm gonna do it. Because I'm like, let's just channel the peace that we have with each other.
So
in
what are you?
pursuit of
You're
this.
using your emboldening
I
bond.
would
One of 'em.
totally do
Yeah.
Okay.
that. Do all. Yeah, good job.
Pale Prince is outside the door.
Yeah.
And
Tapping his foot.
He's gonna wait 10 minutes.
no,
The windows chill.
18.
Oh.
2 1s on the d4s, huh?
Mhm.
Well, I only rolled 1. Oh,
The
for the
last one,
guidance?
the guidance,
yeah,
yeah.
that was
Yikes.
bad. That's frustrating.
Go ahead and make your prayer.
This could change everything.
All right.
Just make it a sweet ass prayer.
Papa.
One that really deceives
Call
the
him
gods.
Aziel. See what he says.
Mm.
Actually, before I pray to him,
Ooh.
can I pray to Ilmater for wisdom?
Ooh. Ooh, I like it. Ooh, I like it a lot.
another religion?
You're smarter than
No, it's still the.
than I am.
That's how I wanted you to end that. So just
Yep. Go roll with what you got.
Lord of the hurt, the bound, and those who have been racked. There are so many forces who seek to confuse us, to warp our purpose, and to tear us and our bonds of peace apart. For so long, my purpose has been kept obscured. And while I serve faithfully, and I trust in the goodness of your guidance and in the mission that you have put me on, and the path that has taken me to and through, I feared that I might be led astray. Who is Azazel? And are they worthy of being a force of your will? Or are they Azael? I'm confused.
That little British accent really brought it home. Loved it.
There is a pause and a feeling of constriction on your red binds around your arm, as if to say that your prayer has been heard. And you hear what starts out as kind of a very low kind of hum almost, and you hear a voice which you recognize is actually humming or chanting or singing. And it takes you a moment to place it, but you then recognize the voice, that of Bethel,
That was easy.
the angel that had been fallen and that you worked to, invited to repent and to return to Ilmater. And you hear three words from him, as if in his pause in worship or whatever he was kind of doing in song and in praise or chanting, whatever he was doing. It's as if he's trying to say more, but you only get three words, as if something else is seeking to interdict or confuse or prevent the communication. And the three words that you pick up are confusion is goal.
Mm.
Well, I'm confused.
Poor Ilmater. This whole time he's just
Having a bad time?
real bad time. Can't even
So
talk to
you prayed to Ilmater
Yeah.
and got Bethel.
Yeah, I did. Who was serving Halor.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And confusion is goal of Azazel, right? That's what now
That's
we're assuming.
That's
Now
gotta
what
be
we're
the-
assuming.
Well, Bethel named
Or is the Iron Throne
Azazel
trying to confuse
in our
us?
conversation. He
Or
referred
none.
to him as
'Cause
Azazel.
it could be a secondary story.
He did?
I doubt it.
We do know that Shar's been masquerading as Salune.
Mhm.
That's confusion,
So maybe she's running Azazel.
which maybe. So I think now's a good time to talk to Azazel.
Look how you're all.
Azazel, right?
I feel like you
Azazel.
did get that though,
Azazel.
during that whole part. I feel like
What's up?
there was a confusion aspect to that whole scene.
You also
So too.
I don't remember the specifics, but I remember that being.
Roll history.
No, like very few answers happened.
Oh, he was deceived. Bethel was deceived by somebody
Correct.
Yes.
pretending to be somebody.
Shar. Shar
Yes.
was
Shar.
pretending, was
It's coming
masquerading
back.
as light.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's done that to us before.
So
19.
that tracks.
19. You do recall back in your conversation that he referred to the being in chains as Azazel.
Mm-hmm.
Though, after he was repentant and
He did Rex. Yeah.
and kind of had the
Moment.
the
Repentant.
cleansing that occurred through turning to Ilmater, he released the seal and returned to Ilmater. Didn't really address the
We want to
figure
Paylor.
again.
The one that was chained.
But he did release the seal.
He did release the seal.
Okay. What did Azazel say to you when you were in the room with him?
I told him that I would keep trying to release the anchor points.
Yeah,
That
but
kept in
what
mind.
did he say?
He said, "Thank you, daughter. I know you will,
Mm.
Was it?
and we
Oh,
will be together again."
Okay.
So these anchor points, are they even for Ilmater?
Well, if
Or are they freeing
Azazel.
Shar from her containment?
it could be, but
One by
Aziel,
one.
Aziel is the chained angel. If Aziel is Azazel, then we are doing the good thing. If Azazel is
Something else.
something else,
Right.
then I don't think we have enough information yet.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we can tell.
Talk to Azazel right now.
Well, I
Perhaps
thought Azazel was the bad guy. No.
perhaps Bethel was deceived on this point too.
Double deception?
That's
Did you
What
try
a
to talk
dum-dum.
to Azazel?
No, that's the first time I've
I
ever
guess
even
even the
heard
elect can
Right.
be deceived.
he was already deceived.
Feel
Again.
that's crazy. If
It is crazy.
He could have
I
he
don't
could
believe
have
it. I
referred
don't believe
to
it. I think that's what they're trying to do.
Aziel as Azazel.
They just
Confusion is goal of the
they just
Iron
said
Throne.
confusion is goal. We're confused right now, trying to create two separate identities.
Okay.
They
What
won.
have they said that's been confusing to us?
Azazel.
I'm pointing to the Iron Throne.
He said Azazel is not who she thinks he was.
No, they said they don't know
Aziel.
of it.
They don't know Azazel.
Right.
Exactly. Well, she thought Azazel was Azael. They think Azael is who she thought was. So,
I understand.
same thing. I said the same thing
Yeah.
you said.
It's possible. It's possible a lazy scribe just didn't copy Z.
Facts.
That's Shar's
That's
doing.
facts.
She erased one letter and screwed us over.
That's facts right there.
Okay, so if you're familiar, I'm talking to Lenny here. Lenny,
Yeah.
all right. So you're aware that Aziel is a chained angel, correct?
That's what our records show.
And now you heard where she said the anchor points were chaining, and one of them's in Sigil, where you're situated, correct?
We've made note of that. You have just informed us.
How did you not know that?
We didn't. We don't. We. That's what not in our records. Where the chains are, where the anchor points are. We
It's
don't even
like
know what an
in
anchor.
your backyard.
Have you ever been to the depths of Sigil?
Like once or twice, maybe.
It's a city of infinite doors.
There's a lot.
We don't.
Nonverbal, you
We don't
idiot.
even have keys to half of it.
It seems like a you problem. All right. All right, so it's somewhere you don't know in an infinite wasteland of doors.
Yeah.
Great.
Wait, so he said Azael. How does he
Aziel.
pronounce? Aziel came to the aid of the devils when they were losing
With
the blood
Zariel.
war with Zariel.
But they were losing the war to the demons.
Now, the demons are less preferential to the angels than the
Right.
devils
Most
because
assuredly.
they are
Barely.
chaotic with no
Yes.
order.
Yes.
I read this in the
assuredly.
book like one time. So they beat them back, but if you stare into the depths long enough, you turn into what you're fighting. That was the case for Zariel. Aziel, it seems, did not, kept Zariel there, but then, one thing happens and you get chained for all of eternity.
What was the first thing that I ever heard from
This is
Azazel?
Something that doesn't add up.
This is a whole nother
What?
storyline.
The fact that Zariel is now the leader of Avernus.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
How?
If she sides with the demons,
She didn't. She sided with the devils.
that's not what happened. That's not.
Yes, it is.
That's what he said.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, Azael
Historically
sided
and
with the
canon-wise.
devils.
He said he converted into
Alright.
a devil lord of Avernus.
All right.
She lost herself to the devils.
Lost the souls.
Azael did not.
And he
but
kept
also
her there.
kept her there.
Mm.
That could be why there was a hit, as you so put it, Lenny.
But Azael is now chained by good entities.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, by devils,
By devils.
Because he didn't convert.
which is what Bethel told you.
That he had been
Okay, so it's the
chained
devils
by
that have Azael chained.
devils.
Because he said Aziel betrayed them.
Do I assume angel names are in...
To the demons?
He said Azazel betrayed them.
Azazel betrayed the devils to the demons?
No, hold on.
Or
we
to
can go
someone
back
else.
to
He
plots.
didn't say who to, just
Okay.
that he was betrayed.
All right, what
They
do
were
we know
betrayed.
about the
He
blood war,
betrayed.
though? It's
He
still
betrayed.
going on?
It's constant. It's
Always.
the demons are constantly coming against the hordes of Avernus. Zariel still fights them back.
Zariel
She's
is
just
still-
evil.
Level 1 is one that you want to skip,
Yeah.
by the way. You don't want to go to that one. The next one's probably a little calmer.
Avernus is a pretty terrible place. Tiamat's there too. Stay away from her.
All right. So who could a good angel...
Or at least neutral.
They were clearly sent there for a reason, and one of them gave in to their evil desires. The other did not, but kind of turncoat.
Ah.
But, so who did they give up? Like, how?
Well,
It doesn't mean it was bad. Again, in the eyes of the devils, it could have been bad.
right.
Doesn't mean what they did was bad.
Right. Maybe Azael helped the devils win and then wanted to also suppress their potential
Which-
in the future.
Which I would
Which would have
think-
been a goal Ilmater would have sent
I would
them
think
on.
that the good angel would
Yeah.
say, like,
Yeah.
hey, let's fight back the demons, but I'm
Yeah.
not, like, for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Zariel became for.
This is the short-term solution to
Right.
whatever problem was happening.
Yeah, yeah. It's not the long-term solution, though.
Azazel in the real world has...
Do I know anything about
Stories.
the
I don't
So
know about
names
this
are very
fake
important,
Yeah.
and I presumably the names of angels are probably a celestial meaning, like Bethel meaning house of, I think it was God or worship, something like that.
It's God.
Do I know anything about the meaning, or can I surmise anything about the meaning of the name
Hmm,
Azazel versus Azael?
nice.
Yeah, that's an int check though.
The more Z's you have, the more evil.
You sleep.
The more you sleep.
Oh,
Nice.
you're thinking of Azazel. He's been sleeping for ages.
Roll a history check with advantage based off of your training.
Nice.
Yay! All right, first
Yes.
one.
You can use my bonus.
First one's a
This is a
16 on
15.
the die. 16's the better one. Dang it, I still don't think I broke 20. I hate that's not a cleric skill. Alright, 19.
19.
This is history though.
Aziel means God is my strength.
Haha.
So yo.
It's A-Z-I-E-L or A-Z-I apostrophe E-L.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know what Azazel.
So Ozzy means strength.
I don't know what it is. I feel like I would have looked that up the first thing as a kid.
Azazel, you've never really thought of the meaning before. Roll another
Never needed to.
history check.
Any more of the chocolate covered
I got a 32.
whatever. Raisins.
Did that stay on?
This is a check, right?
Yeah.
Technically, I can spend a sorcery point to
You
reroll
may.
it.
You may.
I
like
will
that.
do that.
I like that.
And I am still bonded with you all and myself.
I think we're
Once.
long resting
That's
tonight,
right.
so
For once. I
That's
can't.
what we think.
Okay. Yeah,
we'll
right.
see.
Okay. Come on.
It's a 20.
Why did you say that? Steve?
It's cocked.
It's bad. It's not even above a 10.
That's all you needed.
Well, you rolled a what last time? 13?
3 and a 4 just now.
Oh
Nice.
damn.
You can blame that on me.
Oh, that's a 2. It's going down.
Even better.
All right.
One.
Still a 2.
Aziel is God is my strength, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, this is
is so frustrating.
Why don't you
Do
ask me
worship
what
a
the name
devil?
means?
Are you the warlock?
No.
Why don't
Well,
you
so
ask
what was
me
your
what the
total
name
roll
means?
for Azazel?
I rolled highest one was a 4 on the die with 3 for religion. I'll roll my d4 for giggles.
I rolled a 31.
A 1 on the d4 again.
And use your wisdom modifier.
Oh, I like
Nice.
that.
It is stupid that they don't do that.
Just another +3.
Yeah, they
so
should
I
fix it.
broke 10.
So you broke 10. Azazel means scapegoat.
Say
You know, it just now came back to me.
I don't know. That could go both ways.
What?
scapegoat. So somebody is controlling Azazel, and if it gets found out, Azazel goes down, and whoever is controlling Azazel has no connection.
I don't know
To the
if
confusion.
that's the thing I took from that.
So, yeah.
Well, if Ilmater's operating Azael and Bethel, or has a connection to them, something else is running the bad one.
I have a lot of questions and I need to think about this further. But
Luckily.
You hear a voice that says, read Leviticus 16.
Yeah. Okay.
Celine, I think, is
Will do.
really confused right now.
16 or 15?
16.
But I did come over here with the intention to pray to him. To talk to Azazel.
Oh, snap.
So I will try to do that.
Who are you sacrificing to do this?
You.
Agreed.
Do I have to roll anything first?
Roll a religion check for this prayer.
Come on, dice. Molly, this one's for you.
Sorry, you said 16?
Yes.
This one's for you, Molly. It's not for Molly. This. I roll a 1 on this d4 every time. Next. Listenery. Am I adding
Sure, add your wisdom.
on top of the int modifier?
No, in place.
Well, it's the same for me, so it's still
your
a plus.
wisdom and your int are the same?
Well, my wisdom is a +3. My int is a +3. I have a 16 and a 17.
Oh, so then it wouldn't matter anyway whether religion was.
Aha.
Yeah. I read you wrong. I thought you meant like add on top of.
No.
Would have been nice to roll well the last 19 rolls.
It's clever writing by
Yeah.
D&D.
What do you mean?
It's a good name to use.
That was not D&D.
Yeah, I'm not sure Azazel
That
is
was her.
actually in any of the books.
He is actually.
In-
We found that out after.
Yeah, I mean they use
I mean,
that
like a
name,
story.
but they don't.
yeah.
they're-
Oh, okay.
I've morphed all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk me googling
Well, I'll show
cool
you what I
sounding
just found.
angel name would result in all this? So I guess I didn't learn any of that then. I don't know his name is Scapegoat. Because I wouldn't have broken 10. I feel like it's on the tip of my
You got it now.
tongue.
Got it.
No,
Okay.
it's not coming back
Well,
to me. I'll sleep on it.
we're not sleeping.
I'll die on it.
All right. Aziel.
My whole life.
So
That's been
you're
his name.
needing anything else then?
Help.
A moment to process. Maybe.
Oh, please,
read
by
up
all
the-
means.
Maybe a guidance potion of get smarter.
All right. So we're going to a sandy wasteland where ice also mixes. Homeboy's definitely going to try to kill you
Mm-hmm. And you.
and me. We could maybe bring a shade back to distract him. A Lady of Lament.
Yeah, but the
doesn't
last time we left there,
Yeah.
that was not a pretty sight.
No, that's true. He doesn't like the sun, so I'm assuming like radiant
Radiant.
damage is gonna hurt them. But even these powerful people here haven't really been able to do more than trap him.
That's right.
Do we have the means with which to trap him? Do you have the means with which to trap him?
Didn't
Like if
say
you
that
could
was
give us a
Celine's
lamp
name?
or something that we could get them into. itty bitty living space.
You hear continued conversation, and this has kind of been going on. And then you kind of you hear Lenny say, "What else do we have to lose?"
Yes. Follow that train of thought.
Yes, let's do it. Savris, Nain, they want it. There's a snap and there's a flash, and very ornate chalice appears behind Keelil. And Keelil's eyes go wide. He's like, really? You're going for them now? They haven't even... Well, I suppose we won't have any chance before. They can use it now or later. I suppose they don't have to use it now.
What is it?
Keelil turns around and takes a
This
chalice.
is the goat for a hazel.
And
The sun's going.
he says,
It stays alive. One for the Lord, one for
you see
Read
this
this and I don't.
chalice that has all kinds of gems studded all around it. And he says, "This is the necessary component for a hero's feast. Are you familiar with that?
No.
It
Would I
is
be?
a s-
I feel like that would be something clerics of
It is a 6th level spell.
Okay.
Anthony, are you able to cast a 6th level spell?
I am. Yes. What do you need?
This chalice here can do a 6th level spell, a hero's feast.
This is the component. It is consumed upon use
Oh.
for a hero's feast. We do not have many of these left. Upon the use, you will eat a feast, succulent, sultry, savory meat,
This all goes full circle.
and you will be cured of all diseases
Oh, good, we've got
and poison, become immune to poison and being frightened,
That's good.
and make all your wisdom saves with advantage
Very good.
Nice.
for 24 hours. And you will receive
I
2d10 increase to your health.
Guaranteed the Pale
I
Prince
can
has no
extend it.
spells that have wisdom saves. Guaranteed.
Anthony, I can extend it
Excellent.
through you.
But I don't want to use my spell slot. Not worth it.
I can cast this for you with this component, and it will cover you for any encounters that you would face in the Wastes of Glass. Or if you know this spell for yourself, Anthony the Great,
Once I knew it. If you would like to share it with me now, I may cast it when necessary.
do you have time?
I have a scribe's pen, which will quicken that in situation, I think.
Well, you could then cast it into the future before a battle that you believe would be
Like
more
the storm.
important. But this is what we can give you.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to cast
Been
it
so
now, or
very
do you want to
helpful.
save it for later?
The Iron Throne, his name, will be spoken amongst the gods when we meet them.
I'm feeling it might already be.
Mm.
I'd like to
We're
save
just
it.
doing our part.
Let's save it.
It's what we're all trying to do.
If you know how to cast it later.
If you have a way of handing it to me, I can learn it this evening.
Do you want to take that much time?
If it's worth it, unless we're rushing to the battle. Yeah, you can cast it now. It'll last a day, you said?
24 hours of whichever plane you're on.
Oh, who knows what that means here.
It will take 24 Fey hours while you're on the Fey, in the plane of Fey.
So
that could be 6 years.
how about in the morning?
So you want to stay here through the morning.
He gave us our money back, so we didn't have our rooms. We were just gonna go.
Your rooms are,
Yeah.
if you want them. I would presume that you are moving with speed, but
Yeah, we should, but he just used 4 slots.
I used 2 slots.
2 slots.
you're certainly welcome to stay.
And they were first level only.
Is the Pale Prince pushing against your territory?
He could at any moment. He hasn't.
What do you think?
There are defenses of foot.
What do you think, priestess?
Probably
Now?
should.
Let's do it.
Right.
She's
go.
she's the boss.
All right.
If you don't need the rest, then
Let's do it.
it seems kind of reasonable.
Do we want it now then? Or should we save this gift, this boon, for later?
I don't think we can cast it.
I'm not
How-
sure
how-
wisdom saves are going to save us against any storm, but it seems like the Pale Prince has
Yes.
the mental authority to
Alright.
do things like this.
Cast
yeah.
it now.
I will use my sash of sorceress energy.
Give it a 48-hour turn? Or
Yeah.
is it 7 days? Does a day turn into a week?
I'm pretty sure
Or is it
extend
just
just
2 days?
doubles.
Yeah,
Yep,
Pretty
so
sure
it'd be
extend.
48 hours.
Yeah.
that works.
And that extend is just I think one sorcery point.
So advantage on whiz saves.
Yeah, one
We all
sorcery
get
point.
2d10.
Oh, I'm sorry. That
10
doesn't.
hits.
Well, I don't think it works. It says when you cast a spell that has a duration of 1 minute or longer, you can spend one sorcery point to double the duration to a maximum duration of 24 hours. So I don't think it works.
Oh yeah.
But there's more to the word, and they don't say it on here. You got to look it up
What?
separate. Click on
Really?
it. Actually, click on it.
How many things has this lied to me about? Azazel.
Do you want to roll the 2d10 or d10? I can't remember what it was.
So you're taking this now?
Well, I guess maybe not.
I will roll the 2d10.
I think we are. It just depends on if she's going to extend it.
Okay.
I don't believe
I don't think I can.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would be.
Struggle of my life.
8 and 4.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
Everybody else.
Those
talks
are
like you can do
temporary
it,
hit
though.
points. Yep. Actually, no, I'm wrong. Technically, your hit point maximum increases to 14.
About
I'm sorry,
Up
increases
to 24
12.
hours. I guess you're right.
So those
That
could
sucks.
you could be healed back those points.
okay.
So max health.
Your max health raises by
that's
12
hot.
points for 24 hours.
Is that everyone or just
Everyone.
Super.
Everyone who partakes of the meal.
How do you actually do that?
So if you click on your HP, on the,
Oh, override
on
max
the phone
HP.
there's an override. Oh
Nope,
yeah.
yeah, there's.
But how long does this spell normally? Are you sure
24
it's
hours.
24 hours?
I like it.
I thought it was 12.
Casting time takes 10 minutes. Benefits last for 24 hours.
Pale Prince gets defeated on the 27th. Is that what happens? 1 week from today.
2d10, you said, Chew?
12. You get 12 hit
12? You
points.
already rolled them.
I'm sorry, he said.
Oh,
I was
overrode
reading.
the max.
12
health. I
hit
don't want
point hit point maximum increase.
Oh,
You
okay.
also get those 12 hit
HP.
points. So whatever it is, it goes up by 12. I'll do that for Ray.
From a time perspective, are
Ooh.
we just calling it then?
So much information just happened.
Well, depends on
Yeah,
what you guys
so
are
much.
trying to do.
You didn't get a
But yeah, I mean, we're
ten.
gonna.
All right. I'm gonna walk out of the building and cast.
What did you do?
Nope.
Give yourself 12 hit points.
Matthew?
Hold
What?
on. I'm just.
I'm gonna drop sickening radiance on this tavern on the way out.
Put a 10 hit
I would
points.
actually, I would
Raise
actually
the
like to cast that third level slot
Down here.
for
Let's go over here.
invoke
Put it
the
down to 12.
amaranthine.
What?
What
Please
the
describe
heck is
not only what it does, but
Okay.
also what it
Good.
looks like.
Okay.
Everything
Okay,
else does
okay.
go up
that? Wait,
to
this is
12,
cool.
just
This is
know.
cool.
So-
He's doing something.
Yes.
So
yes,
it's. Can I flavor it differently than the spell? Okay, so he
Make
would
it
be.
barbecue.
Make it salty.
So instead of amaranthine, he would be invoking Savras, and he just puts his fingertips together, and out of the gap in between his hands, a light starts to pulse, and I call upon the power of Savras in this case to grant me insight into the great rhythms that move all things. When you cast this spell, you roll 2d20s and record what you rolled. For each die, choose either attack roll, skill check, or saving throw. You can choose each option multiple times. You can choose each. Oh, so yeah.
You wanted
If
to
you
do,
wanted
like,
to
two
do
saving
both.
throws.
Was this
Yeah.
the Humblewood spell?
This is the humble
Yeah.
spell.
You said yes.
Sorry. Should I
So
not
it's
do it?
basically the
Yes. Portent.
portent from a diviner.
Essentially.
Yep. Except with more specificity.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
You need to choose the roles ahead of time.
Proactively.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and for the next 24 hours, you may substitute any role of an ally or enemy without saving throw
Yep.
that you can see, which I'm not. That's not what's important to me. But
You get 2 of them.
Yep.
only 2. Yes.
Okay. So please tell me what the first quality is, what you're going to use it for, and then roll it.
That's how you read that.
Yes.
Okay.
What do you do?
So saving throw,
Saving throw.
17.
Okay.
Okay. And the second?
That could be a pass for somebody for something.
Yeah.
Saving throw again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go low.
4.
Yeah, we just need to stay
All
alive.
right.
Or they need to die.
Yes.
Okay.
I
You
have a
to
spell for that.
You have to announce that before I roll. If you're
That's
gonna,
okay. So let's read on because
Yep.
I don't think that's how it works. The next 24 hours, you may substitute any role of an ally or enemy
Biatch.
you can see within 60 feet with one that of the recorded numbers that match the type of role that you wish to replace. Attack roll, blah blah blah. The target still adds any relevant modifiers to this number.
What?
It just left on me. Hold on a second.
so it's the actual. You're literally giving the roll of the dice,
Plus your
Correct.
modifier.
and then whatever modifiers they naturally have, that gets added onto it.
It's just whether it's before or after the
Important.
roll.
Well, it says-
important. You don't know what the roll is before you say I
Correct.
replace
With
it.
portent,
You're
you
supposed to
say
replace
I'm,
Humblewood, you
I'm putting
might.
it in.
Well, yeah. Give me a second.
which
me
is
just-
why I
We'll see.
presumed that. But if the spell is different, then it's
Well, it does
The
say
target-
substitute. Which
Well,
But
implies
otherwise,
that it
treats the
was already done.
substituted number as the number they rolled. To do this, you must spend a reaction to present your holy symbol and invoke the name of Savras in this case,
So-
whose energy you called upon. You can do this anytime after the skill check, saving throw, or attack roll has been rolled, but
Dang!
before the outcome of the event has been determined.
That's
so,
always been the tricky part.
Not really. Now if it's
So you
I'm
can
gonna
read
be like,
that.
17. You fail.
You have,
Yeah,
to, you have to
exactly.
interrupt. You
You
have to
can
interrupt his roll.
You can read
essentially.
that 2 different ways, really. You can roll it that I need to say it before you even say the number, or after you say the number and before you say whether it failed or succeeded, or she says whether it failed or succeeded.
He would have to say like 15, and then you would decide. Otherwise, he would just say 15. You fail.
Right. So I would say
I read that as before the numbers call.
The way Portland
No,
works.
there's-
You could read it that way, definitely.
I didn't.
No,
I
read
think
the first
it'll
one.
be cleaner if you just say
You fail.
After.
I fail. Well, I roll a 4
You have a
or I
4,
roll a
right.
17.
I like
Okay.
it.
Make it
With
4.
without the number having been rolled first.
Or I roll a 17.
Right.
If it's sparing me from something.
Exactly.
Wait,
That's-
use that
that's the
for her
idea.
death fail.
There are certain abilities and spells that do afterwards, and so if you did that, it would certainly nerf those. That's the way Portland is supposed to work. What you're
Right.
talking about, yeah. At least what I read.
Yep.
That's so cool.
It's still super powerful. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
There's
What do you have?
what
4 and a
level
17?
spell was that?
Invoke the Amaranthine.
What level? spell?
Third.
Third level.
You'd think it'd be.
And that's a cleric or paladin spell.
Cleric and Paladin.
Yeah. Dang.
Not on my list.
It is now actually. I just bought it like 2 days ago. So
That's it. I just changed it. Because you had mentioned before.
I
last
also know
episode-
this spell.
We're all invoking
Saving
the
throw and skill check for Azazel is a 15.
all right.
Aziel.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah, which one?
making any other? As the chalice is ultimately consumed by the spell of Keelil, there is a massive feast set before you, and you are able to enjoy it
How sultry.
to your heart's content. You feel the strength of the food filling not only your stomach, but your very being, as you feel more aware, more mentally acute, and just kind of stronger, and just hearty, hale and hearty. And the effects of Hero's Feast take root over the time that you all eat together.
Awesome.
Is there any other preparation you wish to make?
Well, guys, this is kind of a big deal. What we're coming up on. Let's be smart.
Do you have anything that you want to address?
No, I just want us to win.
We're moving on, right? After this?
Yeah, we're gonna
Nope.
eat our meal and move on. So,
Then Celine will twin cast Death Ward
On
do I
those
feel
two.
tar-
on those two.
That only lasts an hour, right?
No, it's 8 hours.
Are you extending the?
No, I can't if I'm gonna twin it. So
So it's 8 hours.
Unless you.
if you say to
Yeah, you
me,
can only empower
it's a
at the end.
Feywild, 8 hours is 2 seconds, I will literally
Heroes Feast done!
starve.
eight Fey hours since it's been cast in the plane of the Feywild. Yeah. Nice.
We know
Alright.
he's gonna come for us, so also don't be afraid to
I will mark off.
position us in such a way that maybe would draw him out.
I do not want to offer either of you up as a sacrifice.
I'm not saying that. I don't want that either. But if we gotta get him into a line of sight, let's
Can-
use everything we have at our advantage.
Can he be
Do
killed?
we have any keys that we don't know what to do with?
What do you mean?
keys.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Iron Throne.
I don't know. I don't have any keys.
We
The
picked
only
up
one that might
keys
be
in the
her.
tower. We picked a key in the tower.
Yeah, doesn't Ray have keys?
Ray has it.
Ray has a key, but I don't know what it's. I can't remember what it was
That's
for.
right.
Are you gonna say Garbanzo Bean when you cast the spell that you want this guy to fail on? So I know.
There's no key in
I
her
will,
inventory.
yes.
That's a great idea.
Yes, I will.
That might have been the previous campaign.
Maybe it was. We had something to hold over the Iron
She did. It was
Throne.
in the
We weren't willing
Mariska
to risk
campaign.
it.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
That,
I'm sure
in the
it's gone.
last
It's gone.
campaign, there were keys.
Yeah.
But that, I think,
Died
died
with,
with some of the characters.
That was a great
the, I
episode,
think so
though.
too. Yeah.
Rip.
All right.
It was, yeah. We learned a lot.
So yeah, do we have anything, Anthony, that could trap him?
There are ways that this lens, if I finish it, could,
How long does it take? to
but it
finish?
doesn't really work on mortal beings that well. This is a like big
Ethereal?
scale kind of thing. Huh? But each era has treated me differently, so it could do anything.
You should be able to complete that in the city of Brass.
So not until after the prince.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
So we're presuming that we
I
can
need-
kill him.
I need to weld
we're
this
gonna
pretty,
have to.
I guess so.
pretty heated.
The only way we're getting back to the city is through the portal and the glass door or whatever. Right?
The wastes of glass.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lenny.
Your
I think
I'm here. I'm still listening.
your involvement in this will go down in the anuses of time. I mean the annals of time.
And the innocent.
So thank you for your assistance.
Sounds stinky.
It may be, depending on the swamp ass that occurs, but I'm assuming that it's going to be pretty swampy in there.
Well, I hope it's not a mess for all of you.
Appreciate that.
Our sincere,
Either way.
our sincere prayers go up to Savras on your behalf, and may the gods be with you against the gods who are against you.
Don't you have? You did this once in the Anarok, not the Anarok, in the Cinder Wastes. Don't you have a feature or spell that you picked that lets you commune? Don't you have commune, basically?
Oh, I have divination.
Or something like that? You've done it before. You did it with the Raven
I took it
Queen.
for RP purposes. For
I used the
exactly like this
book.
situation.
My book of the Raven Queen.
I think Celine would pull
And like
Cacophony
raid-
aside after
You're right,
the
I did
feast.
do that. It wasn't a spell, it was just
You have.
Regardless, I
I thought you
think
had divination as
I,
well.
I thought you did. Celine would pull her aside after the feast and say, "My insight feels murky at the moment, but we know that your role and the role of your goddess cannot be underestimated, particularly in the fight that we are about to enter. In times of trouble, even when I don't get the answer that I needed or what I thought I needed, it can be beneficial for us clerics to beseech aid and wisdom from our god. Perhaps the Raven Queen might grant you a boon or insight into how we might defeat him.
Even if it is a phrase that she could say that would throw him off.
Oh, right. Maybe from
Like
his
she never
ex-lover.
loved you or something
Yeah,
like that.
no, that's a
Or
good
she's
thought.
waiting for you if you just stop.
And I will,
And I remembered I used the fact that that's my patron as like a communication.
yeah, you're like, you can't ignore me. I'm your cleric and your patron.
Yeah.
You signed the dotted line. It said specifically we can talk whenever I got bored.
I just want to be very clear with all of you. Most of these divines were literally probably, I did that on purpose, in very similar situations to what we are in way back in their past, so
But they ascended.
I hope that they can
Can
help
we all
us.
become gods? That would be funny.
Hypothetically, probably, literally, maybe yes.
So then I would just
You
keep her
understand me
company
fully.
and kneel down to pray more and meditate if you wish to try to commune with yours.
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Nice.
Do that.
Go ahead and make a religion check. You can use your charisma.
Is she technically getting
I like
advantage because I'm helping her, mechanically speaking?
You're not praying to the same god.
No, but like meditating alongside
Sure.
with.
That is a crit.
Yeah! Go where I can!
With my feather
Please!
Banger.
With the feathered dice! That's the raven dice I got her!
28.
That means something, please. It was real money.
And
I
so
spent
please-
on it.
Charisma.
This is the
Please
clash
now-
I was talking about.
24. 24.
Please.
Please
clash with a
now,
god.
express your prayer.
All right.
I didn't think you'd get this far.
Hello.
Hello, it's me, Cacophony. You can hear me? Hello?
Is that your question? You
I'm gonna
wanna
wait for an answer.
answer? Yes, I can hear you.
You just
End
hear
of-
a long
end of
suffering
prayer.
sigh.
No. We're about to go up against someone that really doesn't like you for something I think is kind of out of your control. But we could really use your guidance on how to go up against a Pale Prince. Anything you can give us. We'd
Mention the
appreciate.
Lady of Lament. I assume you're praying out loud.
Particularly, anything you could tell us about the Lady of Lament that he was in love with, or any way we could return something to him, or bargain.
Return her, who didn't want to be with him at
Or
all,
trick him.
to him.
Uh-huh.
Or deceive.
Can we redeem him? Let's just redeem everybody.
We could do that too.
Redeem.
Well, that's our next group name.
The
is called
Raven Queen
Redeemers.
has all
I like that.
tactics amongst her disposal.
He
She
was
is a big fan
he was
of
a
deception.
good guy once.
Right. Maybe if we all sing, "Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun."
We could do a dance like we were on the stage again.
for the circus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please shine down on me.
We all reclass into bards. It's oops, all bards.
And that's my prayer.
I was looking forward to playing.
I hope
Bard
that's actually
next-
how you
next
end it too.
campaign.
And that's my prayer.
I should.
No way, man. That's my prayer.
Do I hang up? Do you hang up?
Okay, bye.
Love it.
Great.
I didn't hear it. Click.
Good job, Bree. Good job.
Yes.
Matt.
This session
That's
didn't go any way he planned.
He did so much prep work and we
Well,
said
that just means-
nice.
That means next
Lord.
week he doesn't have to think.
Lore dump. I like the lore dumps
So
a lot.
you receive this response.
Back
8
episodes.
years of lore dump.
All right.
Write it down.
Hello, Cacophony.
Finally.
It is good to hear that you are well and still fighting the good fight. I see that you have come across the stricken of Sharia.
Yeah, we gotta write that down.
Yeah, write that. Like Sharia law,
Shareaea.
not Sharia law.
AEA.
Sharia.
Sharia. Shar.
My Sharia.
Dum 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 dum.
Like
Dum
archaic.
dum 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 dum.
That's true.
I assisted Sharia a time ago when she spurned the Sun Prince
Oh, that's
and
the name.
fell in love with the mortal hero, a gallant knight of Pelor.
Ha. Bethel.
No, I don't think so.
I
This is
allowed
what the Pale Prince was before.
she and he
I think
to be moved through the weave to a place and time in my realm beyond the reach of the sun.
Yeah.
Pelor allowed this.
Well,
It was the intention that the Sun Prince's heat would cool.
Oh.
However, cool too far it did.
Mm.
And rather than lose the flames of jealousy, they simmered and grew into the deep root of bitterness, which turned him from the sun entirely
gotcha.
into the pallid despot he is today.
Despot.
Seeking to take out his anger on Sharia's sisters, I brought the Sisters of Lament along with my court as well, so that they would not face the fury of the Pale Prince.
Not.
Perhaps I miscalculated the depth of his pain.
Hmm.
Do you want something to say
Bring
to
in
him?
the depth of pain.
Tell him Sharia is waiting.
No way.
Oh.
Can we skip the fight, please?
Well, I feel like there's going to be a lot of deception checks on that one.
Yeah.
It is true. She is waiting. Not for him.
I love her. She's the best, worst ever.
Help! Call the police, but
Not for me. She's waiting. For me, she's waiting ardently for her love.
Wow. So she's dead.
For me, a man.
And
And
that
then
is
the
where
Knight of Pelor is not dead.
the discourse
Alright.
ends.
Let's find the
That's
Knight
what I
of
kept
Pelor.
thinking of. Tempted
Let's
soul.
sacrifice him.
So who
Maybe
I wanna
we
know
could
who-
distract.
the fighter of Pelor was?
Yeah.
Who do you think it is?
No,
Somebody
It's
you
obviously
know.
out of game right
It's
now.
got to be somebody you know.
no, I don't know.
Knight of Pelor. Bethel.
I don't think it's Bethel.
No,
It
it's
can't
not.
be Bethel.
She
It
said
has
mortal.
to be
It
the
was-
Pale
it was a
Prince,
ga-
but I
it
don't
was a gallant
understand
knight
how
of
he is a.
Pelor.
No,
That's
so
okay.
she fell in love with a mortal hero, Knight of Pelor, instead of him.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And then they were like, he's gonna
Got
hurt
my
us. So she was like,
toothbrush,
yoink, and then put him in the Shadowfell,
Well,
thinking that
for
like,
my
oh, he'll cool
face.
off once he realizes he's been friend zoned, and then he
Then
he
was
did cool
like-
off.
Oh, he did.
Literally
Then he went incel
bad.
mode.
But
He
now
went
the-
full incel mode.
But the Knight of Pelor is not in the Shadowfell.
She said you don't know. Pelor
Sharia
allowed
is
that.
waiting for him.
She moved
He said
them
they.
beyond.
He said the knight and
She moved
And then
them
Pelor
beyond
allowed
the
it.
weave of time.
They are both there, but she's waiting for someone else? Or something else? Or
She's
We don't
waiting,
know.
but not for him.
she's waiting not for him?
We don't know what happened.
For us, I
So
guess.
we
So
need
she
to tell
can
him-
leave the Shadowfell.
Could be.
She's waiting for the death of the Pale Prince.
It's possible.
Okay.
So we just need to tell him to get over it. She's moved on.
No. She's waiting.
Go on with your life.
She's waiting.
Let's go have a makeover.
Ask your goddess what the Knight of Pelor looks like, and we'll have you minor illusion yourself as the
Yeah,
Knight of Pelor to be attacked
not-
while we all take him out.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Tactics are my favorite thing.
Bad tactics?
No, for me to survive at the end.
I see.
I don't
Why
care
don't we
about
just-
anybody else.
Why don't we just break him emotionally and minor illusion one of us to look like her, and then be like, I
Making
thought
out
I
with-
wanted you back.
A Knight of Pelor.
And
Breaking
then,
my heart, Anakin.
yeah, exactly. Hit him with the Vader redemption.
Did you say that's where we're ending?
I did not say
Oh,
anything
good.
about ending yet.
Oh, I thought you said we.
All right.
put all my dice
So
away.
that was pretty direct from your queen.
It was.
What's
She
that
rolled
like?
a crit.
Yeah.
I did.
did.
Oh, I get 3
Which
words
means a
for
lot
the
for
freaking
me.
broken phone, but what do I
That's
get?
pretty
It is
good.
good.
I mean,
Celine is praying next to you, thinking like maybe she'll get some like manifestation of a color or sign or something, and then she just starts talking to you, and I'm like,
Goal is confusion. That's all I got.
Celine suddenly shakes the thing on her arm, her symbol, to be like, maybe it wasn't working right. It's like a connection issue. Ding, ding, ding.
Well, how about this? We just found out that Chosen are not heard of anymore, but now
Hey, high five.
That's true.
Bone hand.
It's fancy.
You gag.
Your soul is absorbed.
And you're rolling a character for next week.
I could. Is our goal to kill the Pale Prince? What if we turn the Pale Prince back into
Back.
the Sun Prince?
Either way, I think is
No,
a
that-
win. Quite frankly.
that was my misunderstanding too. I thought that the Sun Prince was equated with the Pale Prince, but it's a different person.
No, the Sun
No.
Prince and the Sun Prince became the Pale Prince.
Right.
So what if I divine?
In his brokenness, he became the Pale Prince.
Ooh, brokenness.
He turned
But
into
why-
to Sad Guy, which turned him into Ice Heart.
I understand that part,
Yeah.
but why would a Dark Elf of Winter be a Sun Prince?
I don't know.
Or maybe it's an SON Prince?
He was the daughter or the son of Titania.
What?
She told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sun.
Where what's his face is the second son.
So he,
It's just now hitting Manny.
he
Right.
what's the word? He went over to Winter.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
Got
he
it.
could.
To Auntie.
Anti-Sun.
So,
Auntie Winter.
So if we take,
Auntie.
Auntie. Yeah.
Okay.
Auntie Winter.
so we just need to
Sister
bring
of
in
Titania.
the
Okay.
summer solstice.
Yeah.
To change him from winter to summer.
Yeah. There's so we can either kill him or we can redeem him,
Shall I?
or we can trap him, but we don't have a way to trap
Redeem,
him.
redeem.
Try.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So it's death or redeem. 'Cause we can't
Cacophony,
trap.
I want to get him down to 1 hit point, and I want Cacophony to go up and be like, so your choices are you can repent, I guess, or I can just shoot you with this Eldritch Blast. Do you have, like, a preference? You can learn to respect women, or I can just kill you.
There you go.
He's like, kill me. Got it.
I could divine an answer to if there's a way to change the Pale Prince back to the Sun Prince.
Can we ask, why don't you divine what would melt a frozen heart?
Obviously, it's his love.
Yeah, but,
Who loves
but,
kiss.
but,
Hence why
not that.
Shareya is waiting.
Well,
I think she gave us everything.
Okay, cool. Literally.
I have to listen to that again.
I know.
Any
Can't
other,
trust anything the divines say,
any other preparation?
especially
you
out
wish
of
to
his
make?
mouth.
I'm gonna open up that little window to see if we are just covered in frost
It
before we
is-
walk out.
There
They're-
is.
They're already here.
There is
A rhyme.
snow blowing. It's
Uh,
not blizzard.
Oh,
knows we're
I'm
here, though.
scared.
It's not
Please,
blizzard. It
Mr.
seems to
Ice.
be as if the flakes are beginning to flow.
He smelled us.
Does anyone have their
It was
potion of healing?
What?
Everyone
Does
has their
everyone
own
have their
supreme.
potion
Yes.
of healing? Yes.
And then, yep.
All right. Hey, wish us luck.
I already did.
Okay, bye.
Just do it again.
See you never.
Thank you for the
May Cyrus go with you,
And also with you.
and before you, and behind you, and beside you. Yeah, all those things.
You're on our records now, so if we ever show up at the doors, we can get a little bit of assistance.
I'll do what I can.
Future favors. That's all. Now.
We bankrupted.
Love you.
Let's see what you do at the storm.
Thanks, Lon.
Fine.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
right.
We
We
exit the
appreciate your
door.
hospitality, your kindness.
All right.
Eat the meal.
Let's open that door. Summer elf lady.
Keelil kind of moves his hand slowly, and it just retracts. And it's not like all of a sudden snow comes in, but there is a noticeable temperature change. You trek out forward, moving along the path. Keelil, kind of whoever's the last few to leave, hears, well, you just follow the road south by southeast, and you'll run right into the glass wastes.
Okay.
And so you do. I need you to roll a d20.
Who
Everyone?
wants to do it?
One person.
I think Jake should, because I feel comfortable yelling at him.
I can take
You're
that.
within 5 feet of me.
I'll take that burden.
I don't know if that matters.
That doesn't matter.
13. Lucky number 13.
I hate you, Jake. You suck.
You travel about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
It continues to get colder and colder and colder.
Do we get winter clothes?
The snow is continuing to fall, though it is not necessarily sticking. But as you have traveled south, the snowfall has gotten thicker and thicker. You approach what looks to be a stream, or at least a ravine. You hear the trickling of water. And as you get closer, you look, and it is a far drop, about 100 feet. And there is a stone bridge over on the other side of which is a dead forest.
Awesome.
There are all kinds of tree branches that have fallen and broken. And this is
I can envision it.
what you imagine the boundary between Everfall and heading into
Winter.
the wastes of glass.
Okay.
And as you approach, you step over the bridge, and you are about a quarter of the way across when you hear a massive screech, 2 of them. You look up in the distance, and through the driving snow, through the driving fog and mist and this kind of swirl of winter, you see 2 forms flying in towards you. The first you recognize, Hashin,
Hate it.
for you slew it in Greer's Tower.
Oh no!
Oh.
As
He's gonna
the
wreck your shit.
Jabberwock,
You wrecked that thing.
the Jabberwock returns.
Redemption.
Bitch.
Does it have wings?
You wrecked
It
it.
is, however, with
Oh,
its
no.
mate,
Oh.
as they now both are coming for revenge
Hope they got life insurance.
against you.
I hope they
Both of the elongated green necks, leathery wings extended,
suck.
bulbous eyes bearing in on you, claws and fangs born as they swoop in to deal with these interlopers. And it is quite evident
Mm-hmm.
that upon each there is a large sigil of winter.
Mm-hmm.
What a little baby. He couldn't even face us himself.
And that is where we will pick things up
We could try shame.
next
You suck, man.
session.
You are so pathetic.
Does that melt a frozen heart?
Stopping us?
Maybe.
It could. It
Sometimes
could.
bullying can help.
He could say, yeah,
No, wait,
you're right.
Matt, you do have to tell us. He sheared off both of the wings of one of them.
It's a
Do they
fake
look like
creature,
they
though.
got taped back on?
So the way that Jabberwock lore works is when you kill one, they will reconstitute in like 1d10 days, and then they have a fixation on killing whatever killed them.
That sucks. The only reason that fight was so easy for us was because you crit smited the crap out of
Yes.
it. Those things are so
Twice.
strong.
And guess what?
So strong.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. He's
remember
coming
how
up
this
now.
went?
You're gonna hate
Death ward.
me when I get it again.
No, that's
Death ward,
that's
both of them.
Do we
funnier.
remember how this went? Do we remember sort of the
I will allow you
Yeah,
all
why
to.
She
We can do
cringed
your
that dish.
what you remember at the beginning of next
Yep,
session.
okay.
Go back and watch episode 2.
This was back in Greer's Tower.
It was really early.
think
You
the
can find the thumbnail has multiple images of Jake laughing maniacally on it. It's the only one that I've
It's
done
true.
that hasn't
It's
been.
something like, I think the name of the episode is called Jabberwock Schmabberwock
Yeah.
because you absolutely
You were so
Demolished.
mad.
blasted it.
And then we counterspelled all of your Otto's irresistible dances. You were so upset. You crafted the perfect killer, and we said nay.
Nay,
Well, you know, now I've got two of them coming at you.
Yeah, I
so
know.
Let's see how you do.
Yeah.
I think
right.
you actually went to your room after that fight, and Leslie was like, "How'd it go?" And you're like, "Not
You
well."
might not make it.
I don't
out
wanna
of this
talk
fight
about
if you Keep talking.
No, he's.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight and what turned into a massive lore dump, which I think gave a little bit of insight to some storylines that
Yeah.
hadn't been touched on in a while, and some information that is relevant to you all, and some more intrigue in particular for Celine.
I am confusion.
We hope to see you next Tuesday night, starting at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, when we will begin and probably remain in a pitched battle, which is the first of a sort of a little bit of an overland dungeon here, as you go into these wastes of glass. So, we hope to see you there next Tuesday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, when we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone. Cheers.